Okay, yeah, it's easily eating seven. It's easily eating 5,000 kilobits a second. Dear Lord. Okay. I've hit the start button, and for the next few minutes, we're going to explore Sakuya Izayoi gives you advice and dabs. Does it have music? No, it doesn't have music. Has ocean
I always
sounds?
forget that my OBS, I closed OBS. I can't actually do that because my microphone routed through OBS.
Epic.
There you go. Let me know when she dabs. Utmost
Yes.
importance.
Why do you feel lost? I don't know what to do with my life. It's okay to be uncertain about your future. There's no shame in not knowing. It's a common problem. Humans long for meaning and purpose with our lives. It's part of why I love serving as the head maid in my mansion. It's fulfilling work. Regardless, you may benefit from reflecting and asking yourself some questions. What do you like doing? What don't you like doing? What kind of person are you? What are you good at? Simple questions like that can go a long way.
Stream's not updated for me.
Sad. Yes, no, yes. There we go,
Not
she
in terms
dabbed.
of
Oh no, it's still in the main menu. For me.
yeah.
Ah. There we go, she's dabbing now. But it's not updating per frame. I think it's because I took it as a window capture, not a game capture. That's a shame.
Right.
Well, she's dabbing. That's what we came here for. That's what we. That's why I spent 59p.
Are they static?
More or less, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah, having a game capture might be a good idea.
There we go. That's better. Yeah. Okay, it works if you game capture. That's Sakuya Izayoi gives you advice and dabs. You got the dab. That's what you wanted, really. We're now going to play Team Fortress 2, which does not involve dabbing.
That is really fucking.
What?
That is really sad.
I know. Why even live? I played this game yesterday. It was terrible.
My dog has no nose.
How does
How
his
does it
smell?
smell?
Terrible. Dude, I got boxes!
Alright, then.
Do you want to join me?
To update your overlay so that I can see your game as well, dude.
Come on, OBS. Come on, OBS.
Where are you, OBS?
OBS is having a whale of a time right now. Actually not updating my scene. There we go. OBS. OBS. Why are you the way you are? You gonna join the party now, or are you just gonna play some?
I'm playing Dark.
Okay.
I'll join soon because I'm.
No
killing a
hurry.
bunch of
Do not
enemies.
worry.
I'm getting a bunch of cosmetics for fashion souls.
I wish I was fashionable.
Same.
What was I doing last night that was fun?
I also wish you were fashionable.
Sad.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's Harvest.
I found actually that Harvest's like what it is. I even would say you get in Harvest service more than you can do for service. Come on, but
Yeah, I can see that.
because Harvest is like the same as 2-4, only it's actually like an okay map. I could anytime.
Okay, what sweet hell have I
Rat with
walked
a gat.
into? fresh hell have we come upon? Well, it has Gunslinger Engineers, so it's definitely hell. Oh. You just committed uninstall System 32 real fast. Yo.
Uninstall System 32?
Yeah.
How do you uninstall System 32?
Just uninstall System 32. It's easy, you just right click it, the delete key, and the rest, history.
I actually don't know if you even can delete System 32.
I think Windows stops you now.
Yeah.
But it's been a meme for a long time, and I think that's because people have actually done it.
Yeah.
Like on XP, people actually like went against the safeguards and deleted System 32. Why and how is beyond me. I'm not here to ask questions like that.
Microsoft engineers would be like thinking, "Do you get a safeguard?" It's like, nah, people aren't gonna delete like random Windows files. That's stupid. And it's like people are like,
damn it.
Oh.
I'm going to delete it because I read on the Facebook.
But they probably never had any idea that that would actually be a thing.
Yeah. Like, when you're making a program, or, I mean, a program's nice and easy because it's just a program, not an operating system. But when you're making a program, you don't assume that the user's going to disable every safeguard and, like, punch themselves in the face. Like, say you were making gym equipment, like you were designing a treadmill, you wouldn't be anticipating the user journey to include, like, intentionally, like, headbutting the central console.
Yeah.
Until blood came out. Like, that's not an intended use case. But people will do it because someone told them to.
So you've got to, like, say, think of as a use case, what if this person's being told to headbutt the central console so blood comes out?
Yeah. Like someone on Facebook said,
saying, "Are you sure you want to continue headbutting the central console? It's bad for you." You know, things like that.
And the user will just say, "I don't care if my blood like impairs functionality by shorting out the circuit."
I was told to do this by someone who understands, who knows.
Yeah, my grandson said that his friend headbutted his face against the central console until his blood flow, like, destroyed the unit.
Yeah, and I believe it blindly, and you've got to actually prepare yourself.
There you go.
I think in many of my lectures, I was explicitly told, pretend that, you just assume that your user's an idiot. Just assume that they genuinely have no idea. Because there is a very good chance that you're going to get a user who genuinely doesn't even know the sort of standard paradigms that you may take for granted as a designer or a power user. Like, if your gran reads a thing that says, if you have a virus, delete System 32, like, oh, if you get the common cold, just like drown yourself in garlic.
People do that though.
Yeah, it's like, oh, folk remedy. Sounds great.
Yeah, because it's got the reason for it is because garlic's high in vitamin C, so people are like, oh.
Oh, that sounds really good. I don't like.
But vitamin C is like a meme anyway.
I don't like big pharma. I'm not gonna go to the doctor. I'm going to eat as much garlic as I've got. I just bought like 6 cloves of garlic yesterday. I'm gonna eat them, and I'm never gonna have the flu ever again.
Okay.
I refuse to have cold and flu medicine. I don't even know what phenylephrine is. Like that sounds dangerous. I'm gonna die if I take that.
But Bryn, right?
So
garlic has centuries, millennia testing.
It's true.
It didn't test time. Phenylephrine, how long does that exist?
It doesn't exist. That's the problem with it.
Like, that's a good point.
It's a man-made chemical and it's poison. And as a result, I'm not gonna eat it. Instead, I'm just gonna.
I don't eat pills because I don't understand what they do. Therefore,
pills are bad. Pills are bad, okay?
Yeah, they're bad.
Just straight up bad. I don't trust. It's not natural.
Talking of pills, I'm gonna come and play some Devon.
Sorry for mic
Microphone's
noise.
making funky
It's
noises
because I'm
over
adjusting
this.
my mic. I'm very sorry.
You're such an awful person.
I know. I'm sorry.
I should probably actually join you before I back then.
I'm gonna change my name from Rat with a Get.
Rat with a guess is like a great name.
A very good name, but I want people to come to my stream.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
We have to do this. We have to use guerrilla advertising. We're still in the small leagues. One day we'll be big leagues and we won't need to do this anymore.
One day.
One day. I'm just holding on until that day.
Okay, bear back.
You'll be right back, thanks. Oh boy. Team Fortress 2, man. Wish I had an upper hand. We can fix that. We can fix that. Let's go to scrap.tf while we're waiting for setup time. Ladies and gentlemen, scrap time. Going to go and trade on the scrap website for weapons. I love the weapons, they're my fave. Do you have an upper hand? No, you don't. That's the wrong bot. Does this bot have an upper hand? I hope it does, because I want one. No, it doesn't have one. Where do I buy it? Oh no. Game still works, don't worry. I would like genuine upper hand. Nah, doesn't need. Let's go on backpack.teamfortress and get an upper hand for them on the classified listing. Upper and 3 point 4 ref. 4 ref. I'll do that. I'm very sorry, stream. This is not fun to watch.
4, 3, 2, 1. Control point enabled. Get going.
There you go.
Look at these guys.
We have secured the control point.
Here we go. You'll be proud to know that my bots are very resourceful.
I joined your party, right?
Yes.
So that I'd get in the game earlier and I forgot to queue.
Excellent.
Join your party for the match. Okay, we're back.
Bots are very proud. Who are you shooting?
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
This pub dead. Bro. Sounded like a sentry. Don't worry, I think this server's dead.
You're re-queuing.
I might do.
Ripper, you
Yeah, I'm gonna. This is very, very quiet server.
Fair enough.
Sadness. Oh, not so sad. That was easy.
Guess that'll do.
Ooey, bacon, bacon.
Bacon, bacon. I'm not looking forward to this sweet chili chicken pizza. Though,
Having it.
did I tell you, I was in Tesco the other day,
Yes.
and they had. They're telling you about the barbecue sauce.
Oh.
So I was getting some burger sauce
60 seconds.
for burgers, right? I was like a little present for my sister, which turned out not to be a very good present because she is very, very much dislikes dill.
Right.
And
He's my
apparently
least
burger
favourite
sauce
Rugrat,
has
to
a
be
lot of
fair.
dill in it, and I had no idea. So
Wow.
anyway, so yeah, getting burger sauce, and it was a buy one get one free for burger sauce and Heinz sweet Korean barbecue sauce.
Oh Christ. What? Is that like kimchi sauce?
Prepare to compete.
Sorry?
Nah, it won't be like kimchi. My sister likes kimchi. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, it was. I might try some of these. It's like I got it. It was basically free barbecue sauce.
It's free. Nothing. It's a free. Free! Oh, this is a pretty
So I
quiet
could-
one.
4, 3, 2, 1.
How do I ever wear at video games?
I've also got my alarm through here, so it's going to go off in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
You know, the
Mr.
magnetic
Krabs.
one. That's
Yes.
something I've started doing, by the way. It's actually in God tier. Is when I've got something in the oven, I set the alarm and then just pick up the magnet and take it through to my room.
I mean, you won't miss it.
Yeah, so it basically makes sure.
I've got the Counter-Strike gun. See?
Oh, I love Counter-Strike.
I'm Counter-Strike. Hello.
Oh, that's Counter-Strike. In Team Fortress.
If I had Hammock's sound effects board, I would put on the radio voice and go, 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 go.
Go, go, go.
Enemy spotted.
Well, you don't have a taunt as good as this, do you?
Go, go, go. True. All I've got is this.
I see you. Medic!
That's good, Scrumpy.
Ah!
I've also got this. In my opinion, this is like so underrated as a taunt. Should
Yeah,
be more.
that's a good taunt, I think.
Like, you kill someone, you do that. It's great. Like, you kill someone. Boo! So I'm gonna die to a sniper who's gonna pre-aim a shot. Maybe not.
I don't see any snipers.
I
There's
feel
someone
like
here. I
I'm gonna
missed.
kill this heavy.
Headshot him.
There we go. Kill the heavy at the very least.
I don't know why he didn't fight back.
So annoying because the only reason I actually died there is because the person that came. I just line charged.
You
the
died?
corner. The only thing that I couldn't kill was a heavy. That was a heavy. But I did kill the heavy. Because it was fun.
Totally looked like a headshot. That wasn't a headshot in a fucking month of Sundays. I'm dead now. I got complacent. I flew too close to the sun. Oh my god, we have a medical man from medical land. Thank you. I headshot the soldier, but it won't stop him. That was really bad aiming. My hands are cold, it's not my fault. I'm really good at this game. I just have cold hands. Promise. Good job, Pepsi. Ah! Oh, their medic died. That's really sad.
I just fucking ate my input.
Bad at this game, don't worry about it.
Ripper, you little!
Nice face stab. Splash is so fun. Also, that I can do that, but I can't do anything headshot related.
Piece of piece.
Upset spy main. Yeah, me too. You're a spy. Spy scout on me. Oh. Quick step, bro. I like the opera hand because it makes a really nice sound when it shoots. It's a direct
I
upgrade.
used to, like, use it for, like, not for SEMO, but just, like, I don't know, because I treated it like a different weapon, I aimed.
It's genuinely, because it has better feedback, I find it more satisfying to use as a weapon. This guy's got too many hands. Oh, he's also on Twitch. Awesome, but I'm better. I promise. I'm not actually, probably.
Pyro's, like, putting all of his time into chasing me around.
Cute.
But it's, like, pointless.
Nice aimbot.
my
Does
God.
it come with a milkshake?
Cringe spy keeps going for backstabs on me.
Headshot
At the
something.
same time as I bring.
I think there's a spy near me. Could have sworn I heard an uncloak. That's not a problem! Oh, rip sniper. Oh!
That Pyro on the right hand side is the one that's going for me all the time.
He wants your weenus. He wants to...
He's getting the health back at him.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to
Oh, I
walk
saw this
outside.
building.
Oh. I'm bad at this game. My hands are cold, it's not my fault. No. I'm
Hands
gonna
are cold.
It's not my fault, I'm good at this game.
Got pizza ready in 6 minutes.
7
Hopefully
minutes.
under 6.
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. It's time for epic music.
Piece of piece.
When we died, we lost the point.
Yeah, it's all up to us. That's the missing piece of the puzzle was me, the streamer.
Doing it backstab.
I know. I'm very, very aware. I'm also very, very missing every shot. I think I'm being too hasty. Just race. headshot. With the wrist, yeah. No? Hello? Which one of you uses this spy?
Hey, PK Pfeiffer.
I think
Fighting.
that's Sneaky who's in the chat.
That's not you.
I've only just begun to cheat. I'm certain I'll do some more. Don't care what it takes. Where's this go? Oh. Our whole team's in this room. Putting the bad back in bad mix, huh? Ooh.
It's really difficult to get behind. So.
Tails is doomed. Let's try. Finally done it. Oh, I did win, didn't I?
I got behind them, but not comfortable.
I'm gonna, yeah, I got killed by the spy. Let's try, hedgehog. Hey, Charlie's in chat. Hey, Charlie.
This
What's going on
guy's
out here?
trying to get me though, because I killed him.
Cannot be.
He's gonna kill me soon.
Is this Putus? Yeah, he's okay. Serious?
It's so
shot
difficult
sold.
to get behind him right now.
that?
Because there's not like heavies and pirates. And they like chase, they don't like the idea.
They're not thinking with their brains.
Yeah.
That heavy melt.
Oh well done. I was coming to get him, but
Spy's spy behind our guy. That was not a dead ring. He poked in.
this guy,
Serious?
he fears me at the very least.
Good. If he respects you too much, then he loses. I need to change tracks. Ollie.
Once by you can kill the heavy. Okay, need it for now.
Oh no! The biggest brain of dodging. I am not contributing much to our team, but their team are playing really passive, so I'm not getting punished.
They're like really
Speaking
aware
of
of
punishment?
their all the time,
Oh my god.
which is like hindering them.
I
Honestly,
got clicked
so
on.
worth, but kind of annoying.
Oh my god. My hands are actually very, very cold. My least favorite. Dreamer excuse.
Oh, the heavy gun. I never
tried-
noticed the heavy. My bad.
What?
I've lost all my heads. I've got 1 minute left on pizza.
And we're probably gonna win.
Yeah. But if we manage to hold the card, my pizza will be ready when. I feel like it's spy time, by the way. Oh, it's kind of cleaned in.
That guy get bounced? No, he didn't. There's just another guy with expensive spy hats in this pub. People are just spending money on spy hats these days.
The medic panic pop crits on me and died.
So, oh,
Like,
2
right.
HP survival. That's not great. bad. Sweet. Diving. Cool, Mundo. There's your pizza. There's something wrong with my sentry gun.
Okay, very bad.
That shit talk though.
Skydiving.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Thanks for standing still.
This is gonna be fun.
I can hardly wait.
Golly, you're serious.
Skydiving out of the window. This'll be a real thing. At least I know what went wrong.
60 seconds.
I need something more vicious. Like skydiving out of the window. It's positively
Oh.
marvelous. I'm such a big thrill seeker. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Skydiving off the building.
I thought so.
It's despicably genius. I'm such a big cupcake. Don't forget to bring along four boots.
God.
Diving out of the window. It's positively marvelous. I'm such a smart person. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Skydiving off the top of this. It's despicably monstrous. I'm such a fun kind of guy. Don't forget to bring a money and a loot.
What have I got? Just Frontier. The only map worth donating money to.
There's nothing more sacred than the bond between a man and his boy.
Okay, what's the big money play?
I can't smell the pizza at all, but I can smell I can smell the garlic bread there and chair thing.
Does it look done, the pizza?
It's a little bit, it looks done,
Okay.
but it doesn't look done like nice and caramelized, and my reaction, it just looks not,
Slightly cooked.
yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly do not respect pizza long enough to like,
I do not respect the pizza.
well, like, it's not really worth my time, I don't think. To actually,
That guy's dead.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the one I had was not very good. Wow, from the front?
Perish.
It is not
Wow,
great.
from the front. This guy's like,
The ridge has felt worse than normal lately, but I don't know if it's just me. Where is the enemy team? Sounds radical. Headshot the wrong player. Get him. Bro, how you get Kyling spree? My gun doesn't do that.
they've got like a bunch of people who have no idea how trick stabs work, and so this spy's just like farming them.
How even? Sounds radical. You get the sniper. Sky.
There's a lot coming around the corner.
Oh, so there is.
I'll kill the heavy one.
I'm gonna headshot him, but he didn't stay around.
Oh no,
long.
Heavy's not dead. Heavy took less than 100 damage.
Less than 100.
Yeah.
That's not-
He
you're
was
not very good at
unbuffed,
this.
so I knew he was unbuffed.
I think there's a
So
spy
I
spy.
didn't bother taking the shield
Spy
bash.
spy and spy scout. So just taking a headshot. But he's gonna have a lot of friends. Need to get heated gamer gloves. Literally like fingerless gloves with you know those heating packs that when you crush them they warm up. Just that.
They've got guns going up on them.
Yeah. Close left.
It's a really bad spot, so it'll go down if I'm
Yeah.
not playing Never Night shoots, really.
Our medic's building Uber with the Boston Basher scout. Epic. Overwhelms me with joy.
Kill me.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah. That was a bad play by me.
Oh dear. I thought I could get on top of the gun, but there's 2 guns.
One family. Too busy streaming. Building. It's positively perilous. Oh, away.
Tearing chair is pretty good.
Like it.
Yeah, the tearing chair.
Oh, no, I was hoping for nothing less. Terran is my favorite form of garlic bread. Oh, like when Tesco stopped doing Terran bread, I got upset. Like actually upset. More upset than anyone should. Fuck. I'll try and provide
Like
support.
capture for like lazy people.
Pretty much. But it's got the consistency of garlic bread as opposed to focaccia. He's headshot. 1 hit on Pyro. 1 hit on Soldier.
He's too
Dead.
like aware of.
He's too dead. Skydiving off a building.
They do not like Demo Knight, I will tell you.
No.
It's probably a mixture of like the spy on our team.
think the sentry got wrecked. Yeah, they're 1 sentry less now. That's good news. Oh, random crit, and I got juggled by a scorch shot, and there was nothing I could do to dodge it. How sad. Overwhelms me with joy.
Oh god, it doesn't taste like sweet chili sauce, it tastes like sweet and sour sauce.
Does it? That's not a good sign. I know it wasn't stored properly for the first few days before I got it, because my mom's freezer doesn't work at the moment, so that's a big red flag. Maybe that's why I didn't like how it tasted, honestly, because it wasn't bloody frozen. And it's supposed to be frozen, funnily enough. I wish I could shoot this guy through. Okay, the NG's dead. Ding dong, the NG's dead. Which old NG? That NG there. It's despicably. Despicably. I'm surprised he didn't do anything to try and fight back when I was trying to click on him through his sentry gun. He just didn't respond. Maybe he kind of figured my team will do something about it, or... I feel bad. Oh, it stops you from typing.
Can't vote. What map do we want here?
Snowy Coast, I think.
What?
Snowy Coast.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hacker.
We both voted. Hacker voice, I'm in. I'm surprised no one really knows how to do that.
Oh dear. Well, we still win because... yeah, nice.
Wait, what?
If you join the server when that is in that state where no one can vote, you don't put it in that state where no.
You don't what?
You're not in the if you join in the server where the vote's bug, the vote isn't bug.
Oh right, and you're not in the bug state.
Mm.
Epic. So someone joined and got to vote after us, but it's too late because we've already hijacked it.
Yeah.
Skydiving off a building.
Prepare to compete in
Hold on, I'm gonna do the thing. Where is the thing? The thing. What I like.
Because honestly, it's not a bad pizza. It's just a weird pizza. Like, no one wants a sweet and sour pizza. It just doesn't work.
No.
And I like pineapple pizza, right? The pineapple pizza, in my opinion, works because, well, and I understand why people don't like it, but in my opinion, pineapple pizza works because it's very savoury, very salty, where sweet and sour isn't savoury, salty, it's just savoury taste, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just like savory salty. I like umami.
Well, I've got MSG.
Oh, dude, I love MS. How did you know?
I actually want to try it. Maybe this would be a good candidate for the MSG pizza.
Chuck, do as I say. I'm messing around with OBS. Oh. Take me years. That horrible hedgehog. There we go. I don't know any good places to stand on first. Being completely honestly.
There's a decent spot actually. The fence on the left hand side is at the top.
Alright.
But it's
Guy
not
thinks it's a
great.
good telesport. Sport?
Yeah, you can do that.
Playing really aggro.
Without starting.
Greatest adventure ever. See, my plan was perfect except for one thing. There was a wall between me and my boy. Oh, Hammock's hosting. Thanks, Hammock. Love you.
Ah, so ping as usual, I see.
The Hedgehog Stew remix in my head.
Yes, I'm currently watching it on stream.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's because you said it.
Like, I was playing drums earlier, and like the song that always gets me in the mood to play drums is Win the Race. Like, whenever I hear that song, I want to play the drums.
I like that. What song?
Win the Race.
Alright, yeah. Very sure it's slightly stale, but it's also fine on the track.
I shot Boge down.
So like the crusty bits are a little bit unpleasant being the most exposed to right.
Ah.
You probably fix it just by being like oil them.
How you doing, Hammock? How's your day been? Oh, dude, I got healed. Is that the med? Soldier headshot. Doesn't really matter though, he's got a medic. Oh, it does matter that our heavy's got random crits. What would win?
But I'm playing full stun sniper.
Tired. Honestly, dude, that's a big mood right now. I've done nothing today and it was exhausting. That's a lie. I got a delivery. That counts as something, right? Ah, hey. Fucking thought I caught that one. Take me years to catch that horrible hedgehog. Oh, you went to the gym. Nice, man.
Sniper on the left hand side.
Alright.
It's very, very passive.
Let's
So it's
see.
like never
He's
gonna-
dead.
Yeah, he's incredibly safe.
I mean, I don't blame him. There's two idiots pointing at him with rifles.
Uh-huh.
I'd be a little
Well,
bit
you play
gun
that
shy.
safe enough and you're never going to do anything with files. Files on backs at the combo.
True. Goodbye, spy.
Also, I'm playing one-handed while I'm eating Terran shit, so...
Hey guys, I'm
So-
playing this game one-handed. It's kind of easy.
I actually am.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
I almost got deleted there. I took my hand off the keyboard for 1 second to itch my wrist, and then a crit slapped beside me.
It probably makes me look more retarded because I'm just standing still.
Thanks for standing still, wanker. Yeah, today I got a bunch of coffee equipment. It was great.
Yeah, sniper.
Yeah, I got the sniper. Yeah, I got the medic. Standing still is a fucking pro strat, by the way. Oh, I was gonna say can't miss shots when you're not moving, but you can. That guy moved in front of me. That's my excuse. Found me.
Really nice. I have to use both hands to walk back to where I'm standing. I'm eating
You're
garlic bread.
going nuts, get him. By dead ring. Oh no, he didn't dead ring. He's actually dead. I got double bloody shot.
If it's a spooky dude, he
Yeah. Spooky, actually.
yeah, I say it's better off trying to get to us.
Spooky. I just punched my mic, I'm sorry. It's a weird thing, but I am totally in the mood to go to the gym on days like today. I don't have a gym membership and I can't afford one though. And the only gym that really sounds any good in this city is like 2 miles away or so. Not convenient.
Without a direct bus as well.
What?
No direct buses either.
No, there's a medium, there's a sort of close bus, but it doesn't run all day. Sad. Like, so you'd have to walk it, and it's an hour walk uphill. I mean, the return walk's not so bad, but you go through, I don't know if I go so far as to call it a rough part of town, but it's not a part of town you want to be walking through at night, necessarily. And the time of day where I'd probably want to go to the gym is probably like 6 or 8 p.m.-ish. Fairly evening-ish. Evening-y gymmy time. Like, get back in time for dinner, that kind of thing.
You sound like excuses.
This, to be honest.
It is annoying.
How did I miss?
Excuses can be valid.
It just... I don't know. While I could walk a mile both ways... A mile? Sorry, an hour both ways. More than a mile for sure. And... I don't know. I guess I'm just not organized enough for that kind of shit. Because there's a gym way closer to the house, but it's more expensive and it's not open nearly the same hours. Like, whereas the nice looking gym is like a mostly sort of self-service deal, and it's on the other side of the city. And I like the sound of a more independent gym. I don't know. I'm an antisocial kind of person. I'm an introvert. I'm pretty scrawny, you know. All of these things make me not particularly want to do social things in the gym. I just want to do my sets and go. I blame Mardemo for that. Chickens keep eating my dogs. Chickens are vicious. They're great, but they can also be vicious. Also, this is just a sniper v sniper shooting guy. Where's the fun in that? Click on my back right now. Say psych right now. Ah, finally. Look how much money I've spent. I must be God. See, this guy gets it. I do gym like a real gamer. You're a real gamer, Hammock. You're a true one. One of my best friends goes to the gym regularly, and I think it does wonders for his mental health. It sounds like a good idea if you can stick to it. An AFK in Skyrim, so now you have 9,000 silver ore. What? 9,000? There's no way that could be right. Why did you walk in a straight line, dude? Games. That's right, Team Fortress 2. It's free to play, it's on Steam now. Was that?
Got the med, finally.
Winner, winner, chicken for breakfast.
You give them in this little counter, I killed the med.
Cute.
That was like 30 health.
Sniper's like,
Sniper top right?
top right. Killed him. You can just keep eating my dogs.
3 left round.
Demo down. Medic down. I think that was a medic. A headshot on soldier.
There's a sniper about to peek me. I'm gonna go for him. He's taking you now. There's 2 snipers.
Yeah, I'm not watching. Down Pete. Got him.
I killed one of them. I
think I got him.
You killed one of them.
Oh yeah, I see the other one.
He's 30 health. You got him.
Bad.
You shouldn't have done that. Like, I was like, what's this?
I had a slow brain moment there. I'm thinking too fast. It's like marbles on glass. What was today's workout, Hammock?
Arms.
Oh yeah, no, he said arms. That would be like, I take it you're doing your strength training today. How much can you bench, bro?
We're doing cardio for the arms.
That's called wanking, mate.
Cardio.
How much can you bench, bruh? Bruh.
Now they popped crits on me. They popped crits to kill me.
That's
They didn't
sexy.
pop crits to kill me. It was a random crit. Okay, I thought
Trick. Stab.
I went for a trick stab on a soldier because it was a big crit, dropping crit.
I can bench a third of my body weight. I don't bench a lot. It's mainly for my joints. Ah, that makes sense. I can bench a very manly and strong 25 kilograms for 3 sets of 5 reps. I'll have you know. Which is, I don't think, very good. From my understanding, that's not a good amount. But it's what I can do. And considering I've not really done any training, I'm happy with it. Do you have, like, young onset arthritis, Hammock? I can't remember. Was it you who had arthritis? Arthritis? I don't know how to speak words. The one when your cartilage not so good and... Yeah. That's a shame. Also, speaking of shames... Sorry, had to.
Are you serious? The heavy blocked the shot on the sniper because he just decided, yeah, you know
Take
what?
the
I'm
shot.
a better sniper. And I got killed. Like, I hands down love that sniper at the time.
So,
Heavy.
apart from going to the gym, how do you normally deal with that, Hammock? It sounds like a pain in the arse. Oh, imagine missing a shot that easy in Team Fortress Prequel. Up here. You're going nuts, hanging out all the time. Promise that was on your head, I promise. When I was a kid, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. That's a shame. I think. I mean, it's a pain. Is it a shame? How does it affect your day to day? How do you cope?
Can't aim, dude.
But he's an ambigod.
Yeah, but that's like the last like straight. He can aim, but it's like he can't move his mouse properly.
At rapid gamer speeds.
Yeah.
Like popular Team Fortress 2 pro gamer Beast F. I got stabbed in the back.
Stabbed in the back.
Stabbed in the back. Re-diagnosed half a year ago as osteochondritis, which I don't understand, but instead of being autoimmune, your joints were underdeveloped, so it's getting better with PT. Oh, that's good. I guess that sounds like a better sort of diagnosis if it's
they've got a
improving
fucking
with PT, rather than being like a congenital sort of thing. My words are bad. My biology is worse. It's you. I know it's you. Oh my god. A soldier chased me into spawn so he could taunt after I shot him several times earlier.
He's called Miner 69. Yeah.
I love Minecraft. I love Minecraft. Shoot him in the head. Osteochondritis. I can't aim. I don't even have an excuse. I just can't aim. Like, as far as I'm aware, I don't have any physical problems. At all. Just dozens of mental ones. Aha! god. Watch out. This guy's missing every shot. Right, sweaty time. Ready? Ready? Okay, ready? 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 Moving the chair. I'm moving myself in my seat. Oh my god, that engineer's a wizard. Nice dead run, bro.
I don't know what I feel like playing.
Pirate spy.
I'm playing engineer because it's like I don't think you just have to face it.
Switching off your brain is kind of fun sometimes.
Well,
Head
it's
down.
not that you don't have to think.
You don't have to think. And also, people do not expect you to destroy them with meat shots.
Yeah.
Standing around like a medic. I need more health,
This is
please.
smart placed.
I'm a smarter child. Hard scoping noob.
There's someone
Callum,
actually
we're just
saying
talking
that.
gym. We're talking about the gym,
Oh,
bro.
it's much and chop.
Watch and shop. We're talking about the gym, bro.
I love that gym. I love the gym.
Would you say that using the gym improves your mental health?
This is golf. I feel like this is a good place for a dispenser.
Ooh, I'm bacon. I swear that hit his hand. Imagine if TF2. Imagine if you could redeem TF2 skill for other things in real life. Like girlfriends. Oh. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous. Kill the cow.
That's what also the worst thing about TF2 is that there's no scope in animation, so you can't properly quick scope.
Yeah, this game sucks. Fuck you. That's an enemy spy. Dead ring. Dead ring for
also
me.
the aiming in actually is mechanic and it's not just cosmetic, so you can't know scope.
True. If you didn't have to ADS with the sniper rifle, it would be insane.
Oh, no,
Actually insane.
I don't know if much of it would change, honestly. Like, if it would. Because it's already insane.
It is already insane, but like,
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a downside.
it doesn't need any more advantages.
Yeah.
It's already arguably the best weapon in the game. I think it probably is the best weapon in the game, like, thinking about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of medic going on the cart right now.
The thing is, I think some weapons are better in certain contexts. A good example of that would be the sticky bomb launcher.
Oh yeah, sticky bomb, very good. But sniper rifle.
But in some
I
contexts,
think we're gonna lose.
Yeah, we're gonna lose.
Crazy.
Just two heavies on the car, you can't do much about that.
Yeah, and a soldier in the spawn. I'm gonna cut off the stream at 10 PM. That's gonna be the cutoff for tonight. That sounds logical to me. Sounds radical.
Arguably, the Eureka effect could be considered the best weapon. I'd agree with that. Actually.
Eureka Effect lets you teleport out on a whim.
Yeah, like, because like sentry guns are really.
Ain't gotta
powerful.
explain that shit. Get a lighter mouse and maybe you'll headshot more. I mean, honestly,
She's not wrong. Like, I think it's just convention that your keyboard should be lighter than your mouse.
keyboard.
Yeah, it should be lighter than your mouse. Like, and your keyboard, no more heavier than your mouse, and you know that's not the case.
Bro.
Completely ruined the delivery.
Bro. What's a good wireless mouse that weighs less than 100 grams? I've got a G502 as well. It's not the Hero, it's not the SE, it's just the standard G502 from 2014? 15? I really like it. I really like
It's
it,
like
but
2 kilograms.
it is about 2
It's a
kilograms
great
in the
mouse,
hand.
but it's 2 kilograms.
It's a great mouse if you don't mind a workout every time you play Sniper. I generally would like to try a lighter mouse and see how I find it. I've got an arced sculpt comfort mouse, but that doesn't count. That doesn't have a flawless sensor or anywhere near one.
Honestly, Logitech sensors are amazing.
Yeah.
The G502 is very heavy.
Logitech is sexy. You like heavier mice because it reduces the impact of your hand trimmer. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. I just like how this mouse feels in my hand. It matches my sort of default resting position. A very strong right forearm, and it's not because I have a 5 kilogram mouse. Oh. I've got a 5 kilogram dick too.
There you go.
It's difficult sometimes being this
I can fix that.
gifted. Speaking of gifted, watch me miss every single shot I take. Watch this, watch this. You're gonna love my shots. You're gonna love my shots. Maybe if my mouse didn't weigh like 6 stone, I'd be able to hit that shot. And that shot. And that wasn't a headshot, but let's You wish you were gifted. Wow. That's not very nice words to say to a streamer of my caliber. That's a rude words to say. Reinstalled your mouse software yesterday and it reset your DPI. And you don't know what the old one was. That's the kind of thing I memorize. Maybe I'm special. Obviously your mileage may vary, but I used to play on 1600 and I'm now playing on 800. And Balls, did you play on 400 or 800?
I play on 800. Or 1600, actually. Maybe it's 1600.
Yeah,
obviously, in-game sense on top of that. I play on a much lower sense than you do.
Yeah. Like, I play on in-game sense, I play on 1.75, and DPI I play on 800. Whereas I used to...
I actually play on 2 cents, so you actually maybe have a lower sense.
I used to play on 1600 at 1.1 or 1.0 in-game sense. And I very much enjoyed 1600 DPI, but I moved down to 800 and my accuracy's gotten a little bit better. Just a little bit. It's not like life or death, but...
I think just changing your sense of it so often can help you.
Makes you think about your mouse rather than just relying off muscle memory.
Yeah.
Which I think is beneficial in its own way. This medic really doesn't want me to aim. Sounds radical. It's despicably monstrous. 400 DPI life. 400 to 800 best. I mean, I think Max... Does Max run at 400? I could ask him.
But as long as the game actually handles your mouse input correctly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. As long as you're not being crazy, like... A lot of mice nowadays are like, hey, I handle 6400 DPI, and my first thought is, why?
A lot of the time it's not actually, the sensor doesn't do it, it's like upscaled by the mouse and it actually introduces inaccuracies, but they just do it so
got, oh my god.
as being a higher number, which people understand.
Yeah, it's got like an acceleration circuit or something.
Yeah.
Which sounds bad, to be honest.
It is bad.
It's despicably monstrous. What the hell have I done to my Twitch client? Help. If you use arm aiming, I still mostly use wrist aiming, to be honest with you, at 800. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if I'm inviting carpal tunnel into my future or something, but...
There you go.
Oh, dude, have you noticed who's on our team? Or, on blue team, should I say. Man Boast. I am Man Beast.
Oh my god, it is Man Boast.
I am Man Beast. Hey bro, what version of IntelliMouse do you have?
Man Beast got me.
Man Beast. What is this? That was one hell of a kill. You mess up the control groups you have in your mouse for playing Chen. Oh, good luck with that. If you're a really good shot, you'd be a really good shot if you had a mouse that wasn't also a spaceship. Dude, my mouse can go to outer space. What can your mouse do? Old enough to drive and get married?
Yeah, do you believe it or not, actually, my mouse actually comes with drivers that are actually supported in like an operating system which was released in the last like 10 years.
This is true. Overwhelms me with joy. It's nothing in fighter's secret. The bond between a man and his boy. I want to shoot you in the head, sir. 72 grams. Oh, I got random crit. You played your first ranked game on Chen yesterday with only 2 control groups, but you won. That sounds dangerous. I hear you, Mr. Sent. There's a spy over here. There's a spy man waiting in a spawn.
Ripper, you little.
Speak of the devil, and he will come. Why is he overhealed? That's a question. Right, hold on. I'm going to fuck with my OBS a little bit more. I'm very sorry. Stream information? Oh, that's what that is. Twitch stats. Okay. That's a good thing to have. Hold on, hold on.
Manboast keeps shutting me down completely because I've been for flank plays on his medic.
Right.
And he could just one shot me.
Sorry, I was messing with my my OBS layout. I should really be doing that when I'm not live. If your mouse costs more than a trip to McDonald's, you're doing it wrong.
Depends what country you're in.
How expensive is McDonald's in your country? Also, this soldier can't keep up with my WASDing. Sounds radical. I wish OBS.
Oh
I was
my
gonna say, I
gosh.
wish it had a more accurate live counter. It does, it's just in the footer. I'm being an idiot.
No worries.
How do you miss a shot that easy? Are you stupid? Streamer, uninstall. Maybe if my mouse wasn't like 6 feet wide. Hold on. I'm trying to get it so I don't have to use the what do you call it? So I don't have to use the browser-based Twitch dashboard. I'm trying to set up OBS to completely replace it.
Guys, if you can get it to work, you just have it's like pre-configured. You can-
Yeah, and I'm just making a layout for it using the widgets, toolbars, whatever you want to call them. This spy is wild. I don't know what VLD stands for, and I don't care. 40 nuggets, a chocolate milkshake, and large fries. Ah, man of taste. Why do I ever use a scope?
Why?
Scope is a crutch. Sounds radical. Yeah, because of my monitor's aspect ratio on the left side, like, it's 10 to 16. Nice vertical monitor, I love it very much, but trying to configure OBS to be like optimal with it is a unique design slash space challenge, I think. I've got ideas. I've got ideas. I am Bullet. I'll go right through it. You get picked. I'm upset. No. Wrong. What? Oh. I didn't deserve that. What's the sexiest mouse on the market?
The top one on Rocket Jump Ninja is actually a fucking Razor at the moment, which is very surprising because he's historically not rated Razor very high.
Oh. What Razor in particular?
It's the new one. It's the new wireless one.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious to try it. Max is interested in trying it as well. I'm not sure if it's from the same reason.
This guy likes to rock
The Razor Viper Ultimate.
Viper Ultimate.
Yeah, there's a Razor Viper and the Viper, and there's also a Razor Viper Ultimate, and they get taken. Basically, it's just the wired and the wireless version of the same mouse, I think.
The Razor Diaper Ultimate. The ultimate Razor
What I'm
Diaper.
doing, Rocket Jump Ninjas. And it looks not like a Razor for the most part, which is a very good thing.
I've never liked the Razor tramp stamp being like front and center on all their products. Like, I get it, it's unique, like, iconography, but I don't want it to be all over my damn product. I don't want it to be like Mountain Dew green with a tramp stamp. That's not my jam. Also,
you're gonna get like you're gonna have a.
Gonna have what?
You are.
I am.
You're,
I like
you're gonna
the-
have like no matter what product you get, it's just.
Gamers need
Razors is-
tramp stamps.
Well, the thing is, Razors are much more
Established. Yeah.
and garish.
It's part of their brand as well. It's like people would genuinely maybe not buy it if it didn't have the tramp stamp on it. Like, I can totally see people being like, it's like, you know how people buy snapbacks and they specifically keep the stickers on because it's like street cred, yo.
Well, who? Snapback stickers, yes.
Yeah. Like, it's now really cool to keep your sticker on your cap. Thanks, mate.
You saying that people do that with like razors and shit.
Yeah, like if Razer
People do it with
made
beats.
if Razer made their own mice without the Razer tramp stamp logo, people would probably be like, I don't want it. I'm not saying everyone would be like that. Far from it. I think there'd be a vocal minority that would be very happy for that. But I think there'd be a lot of people who love the Razer brand who'd also be like, I want it with the tramp stamp. I want my mouse to look like a woman going through like, or like, you know, a 20-year-old woman going through a, you know, a trashy period. That's what I want.
Gosh darn those crits.
Gosh darn. That's the most pleasant way of being upset about random crits. Oh golly gosh, not those crits again. That's most inconvenient. Okay, let me read chat. That's the most Scottish thing I've ever read. I'd never buy a Razer product if I was wanting it to last, though. They don't have a good rep for longevity, do they? You like the G502, like, yeah, it's not in your face. I'm not the biggest fan of the G, but it's not, you know, it's not ugly per se. I just wish it was a bit more.
I'm not a fan of the robot aesthetic it has.
No, the font's not particularly like refined or pretty. When have you ever heard of anything Razer lasting more than a few years? I genuinely don't hear much about Razer products full stop, to be fair. The last person I know who had a Razer product, was it you, Ballsy?
Probably.
Razer mouse? That you loaned to someone?
I
am man-beast.
And it was great.
Hunter Revel,
It doesn't. The thing is, it
Lover of
lasts a
woman.
long time.
sovereign of the moon.
But it just doesn't feel like it's great build quality, even though it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, great mouse. But
Great
it doesn't. Like, my Logitech mice are that.
Oh, whose idea was it to be cold and dark and late? I quoted the Man Beast video to Man Beast and he was very happy about this. I'm glad. I'm glad, Man Beast.
Beast left. Man beast left.
Man Bost? HR? More like H-ya?
Yeah, the GM, all of the Logitech. I've got a G403 and it does the same.
My mouse only has one color and that's blue. Because this mouse was released before the RGB craze. But my keyboard's RGB. It was the first RGB keyboard.
I'm actually caring about RGB.
I did at one point.
How much did your keyboard cost?
When I bought it, it was 130. Which is a lot of money for a piece of metal and plastic. But
So,
I was in
I don't mean to be rude to you, but I feel like my keyboard's nicer than yours.
the ducky.
It's not a ducky.
Oh, Leopold.
Leopold.
Yeah.
And it was £5 cheap.
Yeah,
No RGB. No RGB.
Yeah, RGB's not a big deal. I bought this because, one, I was in first year of university, I was a fresher, and it sounded like the coolest fucking thing. Two, I think my previous keyboard was...
I bought a K70 as well.
Yeah, I think the keyboard I was using before this was Max's old Black Widow tournament.
Well, yeah, it was, wasn't it? You were wanting something that, whatever.
I
think you maybe even got it on my recommendation.
I know that you had your K70 and you said it was good, and then the RGB variant was like being released, and I was like, holy shit! You can make every key a different light color. That's really cool.
Excellent.
Like, that was new and that was novel, and I mean, the gimmick was really quite fun for the first while.
5, 4, 3.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I outrank you. Div? I want
You're
to
getting
play
upset because
this
I'm calling heavy mates at the end.
Fits me perfectly then. Oh,
That's so sad.
I crafted this one. When did I craft this? Get to bring a parachute. I actually haven't used the Eureka effect in a long time. I cannot remember what it does apart from the teleport thing.
The thing is, I think he's talking about like matchmaking ranks, but he doesn't. My rank doesn't make it clear that I'm tier 4.
Yeah, I can't tell what tier people are just by looking at it.
Yeah, it should have like a red background, but you can't tell that.
Teleporter coming right up.
Skydiving off a building. It's despicable.
Building the sentry.
Such a fun kind
You
of
get 2 different brands of Logitech ranks. You get like they've got like a gamer series and they've got like an understated series, and I'm a big fan of the understated series. But the G502, no offense, is part of the gamer series.
Yeah, I much prefer more refined aesthetics nowadays. I say nowadays, I have done for like years, but whee. And I don't find Logitech mice particularly ugly. They're just a little bit gamer, which I can contend with. G203 is okay. The MX Master, I kind of like the MX Master. It's a little bit Deus Ex, but I kind of like it. That streamer.
There's a spy behind you.
Why did I teleport to the wrong place? Oh, this is wow. This is bad. I don't of any others that aren't ugly.
I'm playing Fire Bro.
Epic, bro. I'm dead because I teleported to the wrong place and got owned, and frankly, I deserved it. I'm impressed you've managed to keep that gun alive through all that. Yeah.
I tried to body block the sentry gun.
I saw. I appreciate.
No time.
Well, don't that beat all. Well, don't that beat all.
Skydiving. Cool, Amundo. Overwhelms me with joy. No, I didn't mean to build the teleporter. What I wanted to do was this, so I can do... I mean, I can literally just jump. That was less cool than I thought, and I tried to change to my shotgun and that happened. Okay, game. I also forgot to get ammo. Oh, hello. Doesn't matter. Sad. I don't know what I'm doing with the Eureka effect. I've never learned how to use it properly. I pull up a
You don't
list
see
of...
my mouse, Callum.
Yeah, I think most of them look fine. Most of them. And don't get me wrong, the gamer aesthetic doesn't really work for everyone.
Obviously, the color you use could be broken. It doesn't have to be green. It can be absolutely. It can be any of the 256 million colors. And they've actually promised if they discover a new color to support.
If they discover a new color, you can have it.
As a war area, but that's a light, Callum. It's anything.
Why is there a green
You can turn
line?
the lights off as well.
Is it an RGB light in the scroll wheel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting choice. Oh god,
Yeah, it's a
look at
bit
our
weird,
spawn.
but you can turn the light off. And you don't really notice it either. If I pick it up and look at it, yeah, there's a light there.
Yeah. It's a funny thing. Like, RGB LEDs in, on the part of a mouse that you don't look at when you're using it.
Yeah.
Like, the main color accent is the big, like, cyborg G that you
The
cannot
other thing
see.
is, you can actually turn that G logo off. You can turn the lights off and you don't notice there's no logo.
Oh, what? What was that guy doing?
I don't have the lights turned off, but I could if I wanted to.
Yeah, I have mine on a very slow breathing setting.
Heavy.
He's dead. I shot him with my
Yeah,
shotgun.
mine just like fades to every color.
In the world.
That's the default setting. So it's like dark blue right now. It just turned purple and red. Yeah. You can't turn
I'm
the lights to
rude.
black.
They've hit the Uber charge. Like Wiz Khalifa. I'm such a fun kind of guy. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Oh, sad. Turn the lights to black. Can you imagine if they could actually output like black light? That sentence probably doesn't make much sense, but you know what I mean.
No, it doesn't. Called shadows, mate.
Imagine if it could output shadows. Do you...
That would be fucking edgy.
Oh, this is sad. You've seen the Team Fortress our team have built in the Fortress. I feel bad for playing Engie, but like, I enjoy playing stupid idiot put sentries behind the enemy's class. He's very fun.
The other thing I like about Logitech mice is that the drivers are completely optional. A lot of mice, the drivers aren't optional.
Yeah, they plug
you
and play
can-
just well.
Yeah. The settings are stored on the mouse as well, so
Yeah, so you can plug and play in someone else's computer or a LAN or
and it
what
works
have you.
exactly the same.
Yeah. Which is a big get.
So
Like,
you're not stuck with like stupid factory settings. Or whatever.
why do I keep walking
800
into
DPI on your
pills?
mouse, 800 DPI everywhere.
I'm dead. Within an inch of his... Even then, why are the buttons so angled with sharp edges? Maybe that look alright without the other ugly things. I don't know. let's have a look at the product image. I mean, on the 305 in particular, I don't mind the lines at all. It doesn't really register to me. Like, sure, it's there, but hey, buddy. I don't know. I don't think they look particularly bad. I don't think they look particularly good. I'm completely neutral to their aesthetic.
That's the thing, the aesthetic isn't friendly. That's
Well, it's slightly gamer, but I'm so desensitized to it that it doesn't matter. To me, anyway. This actually might be a really big brain play. Hold on. Stop shooting my dispensary, you virgin. Yeah, this is a big brain play. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This guy's gonna... No, he's not, but... I see it more, maybe. You don't use your normal mouse most of the time. It doesn't... It literally doesn't bother me. Like... I don't look at the mouse and go, ew, gamer. I just... You know, it just completely passes by me. It's just kinda there.
one thing I'll say about IntelliMice though is their scroll wheel is bad.
I don't like how plasticky they feel. It feels like if I click too hard, the mouse button's gonna go through itself.
Like, there's a lot of good things about the IntelliMice, but the scroll wheel is bad. Straight up bad. And Logitech have some of the nicer scroll wheels.
The G502 scroll wheel is its weakest point in my IMO. It does not feel particularly precise to click.
Well, it's, yeah, that's the thing though, right, is that my mouse, I got it second hand. The scroll wheel, I would say it feels okay, right?
Oh my god.
But that's it like going and I'm not happy with it. And it's like, it still feels like leaps and bounds better than IntelliMouse would.
No, give me enough time to... Okay, fuck you. There's a heavy up the top who's having a gay old time. Fuck! Dude, I'm trying to get behind your team. Alright, pal. Sounds radical. It's 20 years old. Haha, me too.
And my scroll wheels feels fucking great, dude.
Young, supple mouse.
A young, supple scroll.
No. I don't even know what alternative mice. I don't know what alternative mice are on the market that are like I would look into replacing mine with, really. If I was to trade my mouse for another mouse, it would probably be like a wireless Logitech one.
See, I don't get bothered by wires mice.
I don't get bothered by
I
them by
understand
default,
it,
but
like to me, right, like it's all about convenience. Like convenience is king in every
everything
aspect.
ever.
Yeah,
God bless
yeah.
capitalism.
And you're trading not having mouse drag or having to replace batteries and charge batteries, depending
Yeah.
on how good the mouse is to get wireless, right?
And the fear is, like, if it's a recharge battery, then it's eventually going to fail, and you're going to need to replace it.
I don't even care about that. But yeah, that is a thing, but that's not like the initial thing. The initial thing for me is my mouse is going to run out of battery. How do you feel when your controllers run out of battery, or when anything runs out of battery? It's not great, is it, right?
No.
I don't want to have that big experience of that. My desktop, where it could be hardwired.
I get that. My cable does get in the way sometimes. It can randomly snag. I can't remember if I've got the mouse bungee set up or not. That sentry was not far. Oh, it's because it was disabled. That is outstanding. I don't think I've seen someone use the cow mangler that effectively in a long time. He just kept the enemy sentry completely shut down while the rest of the team wailed on it. It was great. Hey, I'm busy. Damn, I didn't think he was going to keep firing them. Your scroll wheel is baby compared to trackball scroll wheel. I mean, at what point does it stop being a scroll wheel and start being a scroll hoop? I feel like calling a scroll wheel on a trackball a wheel is misleading. It doesn't... I don't know what it would call it though. But it's not a wheel. Scroll ring. I guess ring. Yeah. Eat wicks. Sounds radical. That's the threat. Go get him level 1 sentry. No, I couldn't tap to it.
If you're actually a Chad, what you end up using is the page up and page down buttons. I'm not even joking. I think that is actually the Chad.
I like the granular control of the scroll wheel, if that makes sense.
I like it as well. I'm on about like peak productivity. Like if you have like infinite brain and you're being as productive as possible.
Yeah, but then you're both hands on keyboard and you're not using a mouse at all.
I just got 5. Yeah. But if you're being completely Chad, you don't need a mouse. Use keybands, like in terms of again productivity.
When I was a boy, we didn't have mice.
Oh, and I'm never gonna go with that mouse because I like it.
I love mice. Oh my god. I should have died twice. I should have died twice over. Middle button scrolling with a trackball.
You don't get more accurate than one page. Impossible.
Impossible. This game is so sad. I only lose games here. I'm sorry.
I say this as someone that doesn't use the page up or page down buttons. I just know that that's what you use. You use page up, page down.
Yeah, like
Hands down the most Chad option.
using a scroll ball is subject to acceleration, whereas a page up and page down, it's a digital, consistent measurement. Which personally isn't great for my use cases most of the time, but like I don't read an article rigidly one page to the next like that because it never flows elegantly. But there's literally nothing I can do better. You will learn, and you will have
Shut up.
better games. Wow. Wow. Page up down doesn't work for loads of things though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like what? What doesn't page up, page down work for?
I don't think it's good for natural reading of modern like news articles and websites.
I'm moving this.
It's despicably errorless. Ha 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 ha.
Well, don't that beat all?
Dick, 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 dick.
Moving out.
Such a big cupcake. Whoa, someone got on that. Skydive off a building. Despicably monstrous.
Well, don't that beat all? Well, don't that beat all? Well, don't that beat
No one's
all?
pushing the cart. Must be me.
You're all right, Doc.
I was really tempted to reply with "shut up," but I felt that would have been BM.
Don't that beat all?
Very clumsy for some things. Yeah. I don't like... I prefer analog implementations of things where they make sense. And I think scrolling is an analog implementation that makes sense. I think humans tend to work better with analog input-output means most of the time as well.
Well, don't that beat all?
But it depends entirely on the use case and the affordability and your control scheme.
I think if you talk about that, then touchpad scrolling's the best.
Well, don't that beat all?
Touchscreen scrolling even.
Beat all.
Touchscreen or touchpad. I mean,
Well, don't that beat all?
And then failing that a touchpad
Sentry going
because it like simulates a touchscreen basically.
I mean, I think there's an argument for touchscreens, honestly, because look at how mobile has taken off.
Yeah.
And every
Yeah, no, I
user...
mean, like a trackpad. And from there, that's because like touchpad scrolling, touchscreen scrolling even, is like the most natural thing you can do.
Oh, my sentry. Oh my god, you just counter airshot that gamer.
Teleporter going up.
The normal mouse scroll is one of the worst, lot of strain in your hand. Trackpad scrolling is the only good use for a trackpad.
Teleporter down.
I don't know. I think trackpads do have their niche quite.
I will defend the trackpad. I think the trackpad is...
I think having a well-made, well-configured trackpad is something that a lot of people aren't used to.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's
just saying
usually
max.
associated a trackpad with like poverty, but good trackpads are great.
Mac trackpads are probably the best ones. And basically, like, any trackpad that isn't made of glass is bad. Full stop.
Well, don't that beat all? Well, don't that
Like, if the
beat all?
trackpad ain't glass, bad.
Well, don't that beat all?
It's going in my ass.
I wouldn't describe using a trackpad as stressful.
Well, don't that beat all?
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time with my laptop configuring the trackpad to work properly, and honestly, it's absolutely fine. Edge scrolling's a big part of that.
wasn't getting any light.
Actually having proper edge scrolling and properly configuring it is huge.
Don't that beat all? Teleporter coming right up.
Can you stop messing with my shit, please?
Ah, that's what I mean. Like, I
Trackpads
agree
are RSI
that,
central.
that bad trackpads are bad for you, but you'd say the same about a bad mouse. A bad mouse.
Yeah, I've had
a
more
bad pen.
RSIs from mice and trackpads across my life.
Well, don't that beat all?
Like, and trackpads operate off of very similar principles to touchscreens, and you don't really hear many people complaining about touchscreen RSI.
Sentry down. Well, don't that beat all?
Yeah. That's the thing though, that, like people just don't have like properly configured or high quality touchpads or trackpads.
Well, don't that beat
Yeah. I still think it's like... I think if you judge all of these sort of input-output methods available. Trackpads are one of the worst.
Yeah.
Like, but they're pretty easy to use. They're very space effective.
Like I think
and
it's
they're
very
quite
easy to
intuitive.
say that like for example trackballs are good and other input methods are bad, right? But that's I think a large part of that is people who are getting trackballs are getting good trackballs. People who are getting mice don't get good mice.
Yeah, also
People get
trackballs are already
trackpad.
such a niche implementation that whatever's on the market isn't going to be shit.
Yeah, there's not going to just be like a Chinese.
Alright, Brad. Yeah, no, I don't think that you get many bad trackballs anymore, just because they are the most like early 2000s input-output method. My dad used to use a trackball as his main I/O for his computer, and that was around 2005.
Yeah. But like if you start talking about like top of the line quality of all of these things, I don't think any of them are necessarily bad.
Oh yeah, we're talking about
talking
balls.
input methods for mice specifically.
Yeah, we're talking about like the sort of comfort and usability of various mice and mice style input methods. So trackballs, touchpads, touch screens. Basically the kind of shit I could do a fucking masters on.
Yeah, actually, that
Interaction design's my jam, man.
that's actually, you know,
That's my specialization in
specialise
IT.
there's a centric on the recording this week.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Having a lot of fun with being bad at TF2 right now.
No, jokes are banned for autistic.
No jokes in TF2. This is a very serious game and a very serious stream for serious gamers such as myself. Oh my god, our medic just got deleted in front of my very eyes.
We don't have like enough forward momentum going on. Like, people are
Agreed.
just standing spamming things through choke points, and as a result, we're not bursting through choke points. Oh, choke point.
For general browsing, trackball greater than trackpoint, greater than mouse, greater than trackpad. I really don't like track points. I'll be the first to say. I do not like track points. I do not think they're intuitive. I do not think they're comfortable.
I agree that trackballs, once you get used to them, are like some of the best input methods, but a keyboard is just the best input method if you're used to it.
A keyboard's the most efficient.
Yeah, in terms of power user potential, keyboard wins hands down every time. And like, but I would never actually say that the keyboard is the best like input method, because it isn't. It's missing out on a trackpad. A trackball has the same problem. You get used to it, it's great, but until you're used to it, it's terrible. And not recognizing that it's terrible if you're not used to it is like, I don't think it's fair.
If it's something that takes a lot of time to get used to, heuristically it has a... It's just poor, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's a word that means ease of use, but better. It's not very intuitive. And I think intuition is a big thing for input methods, and I think an input method based on angle primarily I can't think of any other input-output devices that are commonly used that are based on angle, apart from maybe artist tablet, like high-end styluses. That's the only other computer I/O I can think of that's tilt-based. There's a lot of them. There. Where's our team? I mean, I guess you can look at touchscreens in terms of velocity, but not angle. I don't think there's any other angular I/Os.
But talking and also talking keyboard wins every time. Like a keyboard wins in every case.
Talking of comfort, I prefer a track... Like, if I'm sitting in bed on my laptop, browsing the internet, I would much rather be using a... I'd rather use a touchpad than a mouse. Because on a constrained like space, like sitting on a chair or in bed or on a train or something, it's, I don't know, it's very convenient. It's not hard to use. I don't find it particularly straining, although I don't have any actual analytical data to back that up. Again, this is something that would make an amazing honors project. Or a master, well maybe not masters, but definitely honors. Ah, you're making me want to go back and redo my honors. Probably need to do that at some point anyways.
But then isn't like a low sensitivity mouse best for not large space?
Track point is better than trackpad for small spaces. I mean, yeah, it's static, but I think track point is good for small spaces, but I think it's outright just a worse input method. I don't enjoy using track points. I think there's good reason why track points aren't made anymore.
Competition begins.
Yeah, like if it was like really like the best input method, it would sell.
Yeah, the only, if I'm not mistaken, the only place where you can really find track points anyway is ThinkPads. Like, they've never really been
like,
huge.
The fact that you're even having to try to persuade us that they're still made says a lot. You'd never have to persuade us that they still make mice.
Business laptops, like... IBM, yeah, IBM released them in '92. They're a really
and then if you look at
weird
like
innovation.
Apple, the king of user experience, what do they use?
A glass trackpad.
Yeah, they use a track. Apple, you know, the pioneer of proper user experience.
I think that track points are a really innovative answer to a very unique design constraint. They're really space efficient. They're really good for continuous motion because you can just keep pushing up.
Because we're in like a
yeah. They're really, you know, you can keep moving on them because you can just, you know, keep applying pressure and it'll keep moving. It's the weird amalgamation of a joystick and like, I want to say a button, but it's a bit different.
The fact that it actually fits in with the keyboard makes it very good for typing. It means that if you're actually using a keyboard to its full potential, you don't have to reposition your hands at all to use the track point. And I think that's a really big thing. So if you're typing,
server.
we're in a server.
Yeah. If this doesn't work, then
I wouldn't be surprised. We've got people called WoW and Keck, LOL, Turifu and stuff.
Yeah, these are.
Yeah, I think this is a
state of the game TF2. GNU Linux is the best OS. That's not an OS, that's a family. That's like saying Windows is the best OS.
Windows is not.
Which Windows? Type about moving your hands. Yeah, I can see that being really efficient for power users and people who are in very constrained environments.
Like, if you're a proper power user, you don't need a mouse.
No, you don't need one, but I think most people enjoy mice.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would never go keyboard only.
Yeah.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
There are times where I only use the keyboard sometimes. And when I do, it's like, yeah, you know, this I'm glad that if something goes wrong with my mouse, the keyboard will work for most things. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on track points as a user input method for me personally.
I mean, I have one and I don't use it. I don't need it most of the time on Linux. If I'm ever actually using the mouse, I would much rather be using trackpad.
I'm extending the stream past 8 PM because we're 8 PM, 10 PM because we're having a fun conversation.
And yeah,
Yeah, that sounds like it's really good for word processing for people who are set up for that input method. I get the utility of them, I just don't think, because they're not very ergonomic and they're not very...
4, 3,
but yeah, like I can say exactly the same thing about using Vim. But I would never suggest Vim as an input method, as a something typeset for my Gran. My Gran would never be able to do it. It would be too complicated. But as a power user, Vim is a great tool, which is why it's...
I don't know what the most idiot-proof IO method is. Probably mouse. Oh no, it's touchscreen. It's definitely touchscreen. 100 times out of 100 it's touchscreen.
It depends what you're trying to argue, right? Like, are you trying to say what the best balance is between the two, between ergonomics and efficiency? If that's the case, every single like input method
That guy's upset about being hit with
has
the
like
pan.
some sort of right?
I don't find talking about computer parts a fun conversation, IMO. Rad, jeez.
Because we're fucking turbo virgins.
I mean, I've got a computing degree. Scrambled's working on his computing degree. And Munch and Chop has a master's in biochemistry.
Yeah, who wins here talking about computer parts?
It's
Not
me!
myself.
It's got to be me, I'm the most qualified. It's me. The best method of input is It's Cyborg Rat 3, actually.
Cyborg Rat 3.
Cyborg Rat 3. Cyborg Rat 3 wins. Followed by an Atari 2600 joystick. I have spoken. Yeah, they are really unusual. I don't particularly like how they work. I don't like the velocity-based approach of them, but they're the only velocity-based I.O. that are, like, sort of available. I'd rather we talk about something else. What would you rather talk about, Brad?
Team Fortress 2.
I
like
hate
Team Fortress
that
2.
game. I hate
I've got
Team
crits
Fortress 2.
talking of Team Fortress 2.
This server is, like, not very... server.
Server is like Team Fortress 2.
This server has Team Fortress 2 players on it.
There's Team Fortress written all over it.
Dude, you have to play Team Fortress 2 on a computer. It could not be more relevant.
This Russian guy types skill every time I kill him in chat.
Yeah, he got
Something
upset when I
like
hit him with a frying pan because he decloaked in front of me and proceeded to, like, pull out his pistol and, like, failed to do any damage at point blank. Which is...
He's trying to skill in chat again.
why you have to be mad? He's only a guy. I got a free box of coffee equipment today. That's something that's not computer related. So now I've got a bunch of coffee stuff that I can use to make my coffee better. I got a spare milk jug, and I got a bunch of glassware, and I got a bunch of cleaning. I was gonna say mats. Mat isn't the right word. It's a bunch of cleaning cloths. They're microfiber. They're kind of nice. Oh, I wish that was a headshot. Oh, that soldier, he gave me bullet. He is my best friend. Holy shit, he missed you and hit me. Burger. I could actually go for pizzas tonight. I've got katsu rice dish to eat. I took a picture of it. I forgot to send it. But I did take a picture of it at your request.
Pace up, pace. One of your rough guys ought to have made it.
additional time.
Good luck.
No worries.
He's trying to do like trick stats on me and it's not working because he's actually getting outskilled. He doesn't realise it. He's too unskillful to
Game is
realise
hard.
he's being outskilled.
Game's
Because I
hard,
know
bro.
what he's doing and I'm stopping it from happening.
Good.
So he's actually being outskilled.
The guy he keeps saying, yeah, it's definitely a bind. He's just like,
Don't let the cart through, lads.
a gamer.
I actually can't get behind him.
No, not on
He's
this
dead.
map. Gold Rush is
He's not dead.
destitute tier. It's like you ask your friends that if they want to go out for a
I'm
meal.
on a 16 kill streak, do we have to?
Yes.
We're losing, but I'm on a 16 kill streak.
I'm sorry. It's a 5v5 and I'm like I'm not liking the long-term viability of this Team Fortress 2 server.
That guy's probably like.
I do not see it getting any more fun.
5 health.
Oh no, why more Gold Rush? It could be any map.
Sentry gun.
Oh
Fun
good,
map.
it's Thunder Mountain. It could be any map, so it was a good one. I would actually really like to have a wireless trackball.
Well, I like them. I like them.
I'd have to get used to them again, but I don't know. I've as much as I think that they're quite cumbersome and a little bit antiquated, they're a lot of fun to use.
Yeah.
I think that's something novel.
Yeah, that's one thing about Trackpoint I would say, is that Trackpoint is not fun to use. Sorry, Brad.
This conversation's got roots, man.
Competition begins in 60 seconds.
Those trackballs are fun. Touchscreens can be fun to use.
I think touchscreens are very fun. If
I
you
think-
design
I think
well.
Maybe yeah, I think maybe the novelty of them wore me off a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, we had to queue like 4 times to get into that server.
And that server was
Just worked out
dead.
to-
Oh, for God's sake, I just want to play Team Fortress. I just want to play Team Fortress. Don't kick me, please. Okay, we're all going sniper. All it sniper time.
But
Save the head for standing still, wanker. Come on, mate.
Let's do this. Bro, nice sniper rifle. State of the game, by the way. Do you think Valve will ever fix this game?
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Also,
next
next
on my con, so I'm just showing up on the con.
epic.
I have a high 5 con.
Yes. Oh, dude, I can do it too.
Okay, mate. Okay, mate. Beauty.
Like, he doesn't have it.
He can't join in.
Good shot, mate.
He's too laggy.
Yeah,
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I can't do that, but I can do this.
All bloody day. Come on, mate.
The most annoying sound loop in Team Fortress
It's
2.
actually so bad, isn't it?
Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Got all bloody day. Let's do this.
Dude, this is charged
Mission
con.
Bloody
begins
day.
in 10 seconds.
Come on, mate.
Valve fixed TF2? You serious? Nah, I'm just kidding. That'll never happen.
Come on, mate.
1.
Let's do this.
Oh, got all bloody day.
Let's
Got
do
all
this!
bloody day.
I want to click on their medic, but he's scared. I'd be scared too if I was playing medic. But like, you know, when Valve are done with Half-Life Alyx, what if they fix the game? I'm just saying, as a present, as a gift, as a oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, you know what must be done?
Don't see no time.
There we go.
Got all bloody day.
No! Not got all bloody day. Fuck, he's dead.
I'm a bloody drubbing. Let's do this. Wicked. Don't see no.
No! No, see, don't know!
It's conga time.
No, not conga timing us!
Thanks, mate.
Oh
I don't
no.
have this one, unfortunately.
Let's do this.
This is the worst thing.
We got
Oh,
the
forgot about TF2. In favor of pandering to
Body
rich
shot,
people.
just body shot, just body shot.
Twice.
Oh,
Oh no, I got shot with an arrow, and now I'm dead.
Oh god, he's good as well.
God, I'm good at being an owl.
God,
Hoot! We should all just switch to Dota 2. That's a game that Valve updates. Oh my god. Jinx. Oh god, oh bloody die. Let's do this! Not god, oh bloody die. I'm Man Beast. Hunter of Elk. Lover of women. Sovereign of the moon. Where's all the TF2? I wanna play TF2. Dota 2 is rubbish.
Additional time has been awarded.
Yeah. Dota 2 is one of those games that's like, I would play this game if I had 5 years of my life to like learn it. Dota 2
you know
is
what's rubbish? Munch and Chump.
munch and shot.
Munch and Chump.
I like watching Dota 2, but playing it is a very unique creature. Like, it's, I don't know, I'm just not, I was never an RTS gamer, so MOBAs just completely escape me. I can't play them fast enough to be good. I can play the FPS game. Come on, Valve, built server. Big agree. You get bad vibes from it. I mean, it's the most popular game on Steam. And it's the best MOBA. Controversial opinion, it's the best MOBA. But it's such a difficult game to get into, I feel. Like, to get into Dota 2, you need a lot of time to learn.
Yeah, a big part of it is that it's not actually a large part of being good at the game isn't about
Mechanical skill, per
actually
se.
mechanically knowing what to do, but about having an encyclopedic knowledge of what everything does.
And then the game gets
how to
updated
play
every
around.
6 months, and like, you're having to relearn a lot of
And-
things.
And by that I don't mean like, oh, you know, in TF2 I know what a certain weapon does, right? So it's like, you know, it's like you think that as a TF2 player you can attribute that. It's like, well, you know, knowing what every weapon does and all that sort of shit, you don't have to play around it. But people will know, like, oh, my movement speed is higher than this other person's movement speed out of a pool of 100 heroes. It's not as simple as knowing, oh, the heavy is slower than the soldier, and it's not as intuitive as that either. It's just an arbitrary number. Some hero has slower movement speed, so I know that I'm faster than them, so I can chase them. And if I initiate a fight, I'll be able to chase them down and win a fight. And so that actually impacts quite a lot of decision making. Or it's like, again, you could say for the same thing. You can initiate a fight and run away from it. And that is huge, and just knowing shit like that.
My patience
And
wears
actually
thin.
remembering it and being able to play around it. And I don't know how anyone could really do that.
I think you need to be young enough to have the time to invest in Dota 2.
Mhm.
Or have,
Yeah.
like, a lifestyle that can support you learning it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's a great game, but it's just there's lots of stuff like that that really does matter.
I guess that's video games in general. I would never have got this into TF2 if I hadn't started playing it when I was 12.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would...
TF2 is bad for it, actually.
Yeah, TF2's got a lot of learning to do for an FPS.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of learning
The
to
most
do.
the most successful games, generally, with the exception of a few, don't have a lot.
Or don't have a lot of required learning.
Yeah, required learning, that's the thing, yeah.
Because, like, Call of Duty, technically, all the guns have stats, and all the stats matter. But in terms of gameplay, you can make anything work. Outside of the very top level.
Yeah.
You can make anything work. Strictly, you could say that about TF2. If you're really good, you can make anything work. But, like, it's so different. It's not just a gun. every time.
Yeah,
It's not just
if
a
you're
different
not- if you're
SMG.
If you're playing wrong, and the extreme example is just Quake. If you're playing wrong, you're not gonna have fun.
Yeah. But Quake is relatively easy to learn. At least the basics. What your different weapon choices are and why they matter.
I don't know if
in
this guy's
fight.
just this guy's he's either actually a cheater. Nah, because we've got a cheater.
I'm enjoying the boom.
This guy's a cheater.
The sniper. Regnaugt.
He could be trying to pretend to be a cheater. Also, that Ramid guy, I think he could be actually Ramid.
I'm watching.
He was going around saying nice shot, and
I saw him flicking around like crazy. I did that yesterday. The enemy team had one of the scout bots, so I disguised as scout, started flailing my mouse around wildly to make me look like a bot. The enemy medic healed me.
3.
They completely dropped all suspicion when I was acting like a bot. So, oh, I got him. I think that people can recreate that and be taking the piss, but this is summed up by just a scrub that knows the meta. I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think of a fun game that doesn't require, like, learning in-depth mechanics to be good at, though. Like, a game that I enjoy that's, like, very basic but fun. I don't know.
it depends what you mean by that.
Like, TF2, the concept's pretty basic, but then it's got lots of game modes, and it's got tons of weapons, and it's got, like, class counterplay.
Any game worth its salt that's competitive will have depth to it. It's
Yeah.
a case of whether that
Super
depth
Mario
is
Bros.
required
Yeah, that's
to
fair.
actually.
Mario Bros, very, very, very basic. Very, very,
Mario
very
Bros is a very
classic.
good example of a game with a lot of depth that is like that an idiot can understand.
It's relatively foolproof.
I would honestly say that Hearthstone's one of them, believe it or not. I know that I'll upset people because
Video game, card games.
very, very
Just had to.
simple, but there's a lot of depth to it. I think you're struggling to look at a game that's more simple, that actually has like a proper esports. But that Hearthstone, I think, was built from the ground up to be like that.
Yeah.
That was the point.
What games are there that are like... What are the most popular games around right now? What are the most popular games that are being played? Tetris. Tetris is a Chad game.
Yeah, Tetris actually, yeah.
Simple in concept, very difficult in execution. Like, being real good at Tetris. Oh man, I want to play Tetris 99. I could see myself getting like 100 or so hours out of Tetris 99. That looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, any game worth its salt, definitely like easy to get the basics of, hard to actually learn the intricacies of. I was gonna die
But
there.
there aren't many games like that that are multiplayer, competitive, and longevity that actually are like that are basic and also not. I hate myself saying this. Overwatch is one of the few that managed to do it.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
like the game.
Overwatch has the opposite problem, where the overall depth is it doesn't really go super deep.
But
like-
it does have depth to it.
It has depth, definitely, but its
but the
counterplay ends up
The
being
depth is not very good in my opinion. So like in Tetris and in a lot of games that do have a lot of depth is quite enjoyable, right? Whereas I don't
Yeah.
think the depth is enjoyable in Overwatch, whereas the actual base game is perfectly fine.
Tetris is a sexy game. We should just start playing competitive Puyo Pop. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. You know what's a game that's really simple to pick up? And... how deep is Halo's meta? How deep is Halo's
Halo?
meta?
Yeah.
When it comes to
Well,
map
Halo is
control,
mostly about the skill rather than
just stream of classic games like Tetris and Pac-Man. Tetris 99. I like Tetris. I'm shit at Pac-Man. I find Pac-Man boring as sin, but I love Tetris. I would totally, if I could play Tetris 99 or a similar, like, or sort of interactive style of Tetris, I totally would. Tetris 99's only on Switch though, and I don't own a Switch. LFGF, buy me Switch. Like, Pokemon's really bloody easy to play, but it has, like, EVs, and it has, you know,
Yeah, I
breeding
would say that's.
meta, and...
I would say that's like not a great example.
yeah, I don't enjoy... I never got into Pokemon, I didn't find it fun.
Yeah. See, the reason that certain, like a game like Halo, which is a really great example, or a game like Tetris is a really great example, is that all of the depth is actually right in front of you. It's just a case of making sure that, like, so...
Oh no, a bot.
Getting flat, check, hearing that.
It's
So, like,
Cuddles. Cuddles is on the enemy team.
yeah, so in, like, Halo, let's say you are, like, it's very, very basic. So, you're, what am I going to say? Yeah, so Halo's very basic. You try and kill the other players, right? It's very, very simple. You put the shield down and then it exposes the health bar and it kills them. That's very simple. But actually how you go about doing that and the combinations that you go about doing that is completely up to the player.
Yeah.
And you can get complicated with it, but you don't have to. And even if you got complicated with it and you understood exactly how you did it, you could a new player could watch, oh, he's put a grenade on him, and then he put him down to this health, and then headshot him and killed him, and you'd know that was, or then melee him, or whatever.
Yeah. Halo's, like,
it would be
skin-deep
very,
mechanics are very nice and, like, simple.
Yeah, so it could be very,
It's a very streamlined FPS at its
You
core.
could have a very good understanding of it, but you would understand watching that the shield's gone down and the health's gone down. That's it.
Unless you're watching Halo 5, in which case you might be like, huh?
Yeah.
Halo 5 is a bit of a visual clusterfuck at times. Which is a shame, because they've been putting a lot of effort into, like, helping out the comp community.
Yeah.
Like, 343's been really trying to make, they've been really trying to make Halo 5 work, and I respect that. Unfortunately, I don't know how good 343 are in terms of, like, actual development capability. I get the impression 343 have extremely bad management strata. But I think they have a lot of talent there. They just have, like, a lot of problems with management, just like most AAA studios these days.
Going back sort of a little bit onto the topic of Pokemon though, compare that, the simplicity of Halo and then the depth of Halo. And you can say the same about Tetris. Everything is on the screen. There may be, I don't know Tetris well enough, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's proper complex Tetris strategy.
T-spins,
right?
motherfucker.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's also that. But you could look at that as a new user, and maybe a T-spin would be like, oh, you know, you did a weird thing to get that, but you know, whatever. It's very obvious. You compare that to Pokemon, right? So if you're watching someone who's like good at Pokemon playing, you're gonna be watching someone like doing all these like, you know, all these things, and you won't understand any of it. Like, you don't know that this Pokemon's got certain IVs and that that's happening because of this, or the way the stats line up, or why one attack has 150 power and what that means, and the same type of attack bonus, all that shit.
Yeah, there's a
It's
lot of
completely-
arbitrary shit.
Yeah, that isn't an example of good depth, I wouldn't have said.
Artificial isn't the word I'm looking for, but it gets the idea across. Like, it's good because the numbers say it is. Rainbow Six Siege, I don't think Rainbow Six Siege... I don't think watching it without playing it really articulates just the sort of strengths of the game. I think the strengths of Rainbow Six Siege are a combination of strategy and tension. I've not played it, to be honest with
And
you.
I think teamwork as well.
Yeah, teamwork too. Like, it's a game
If you're
that...
playing with friends, it would be much better.
That, like, it's in short bursts, like Counter-Strike. There's a lot of strategy, all the operators have different abilities. And the maps, they all have the same sort of objectives and set pieces that you can deal with, but I get the impression that Rainbow Six Siege, it's a game that you have to sort of play. I know a lot of people watch it and find competitive play really, really interesting. And it's like Ubisoft's best sort of game at the moment, but... Yeah, I get the impression you'd sort of play it to get it. Because I don't really get it, but I've not played it. And I get the feeling that I would get it if I played it.
Yeah, but the thing is...
Like, Siege is completely different to a single-player one.
Counter-Strike.
Super toxic community. I don't know anything about the community of Rainbow Six Siege, unfortunately.
Any competitive game has a super toxic community.
Yeah, I mean, Dota has an awful community, yet Dota is the biggest esport. No offense, Dota players, you just... You know... You have a lot of gamers who really like the idea of being the, you know, the hottest shit on planet Earth. Competitive gamers. Like, League has an awful community. A large part of Dota's community is abysmal. There's a lot of sweaty Rainbow Six players. Hell, TF2 has a very large toxic contingent for how old and unserious the game is. A lot of people get very angry at this video game all these years later, and I'll be honest, I'm not perfect, because I like to rib people in chat. I enjoy a good bit of the old shit talk. But, I don't know. It's the internet, man. It's been this bad for about, you know, 2 or so decades. And when you do stuff like... Overwatch has very, very, very rigorous chat censorship and whitelisting and reporting, and but people still got real mad at that. They just get punished. TF2 is still the Wild West. TF2 is a game with no swear filters, relatively hard to get banned for behavior, because, I mean, Valve isn't really looking. Like, you could probably get away with going into every server of TF2 in a game and saying the worst swear words you can think of and insulting everyone in the game.
Example of the bots in
Yeah,
TF2
yeah. Look
right
at the
now.
current set of aimbots that are infesting the game, and what they're named and what they say in chat. And look who just joined the game! Look at this shit. State of the game, Team Fortress 2. Right? TF2's the Wild West. You can still do this shit. I think TF2's one of the last games you can still do this in. I would say, like, maybe Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2, but look what just happened to them. Thanks, Blizz. Like, TF2's the Wild West, man.
I just got headshot by it.
Yeah, same. That's part of the reason why I love it. TF2 is still the Wild West. TF2 still feels like a game from yesteryear in many, many ways. For better and for worse, to be fair. But I really like that. I think I'd really enjoy Quake if I played more of it. And yeah, people who play Quake tend to be a lot more, I mean, I'd like to generalize and say they're a bit more based because they're, you know, they're playing an old school game with an old school community and old school feelings and
the thing about
mechanics.
Quake is that if you want to play with people, you have to be friendly to them. There's no reason that they'll be playing other than that. Because it's like a one-on-one game, you know, with a small community. Why would you be toxic?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people aren't toxic. It's just the precedent is set in arena shooters, 1v1 arena shooters. You don't be toxic people. You're playing against one person. You know what I mean? You've not got like a team of people.
It's not always 1v1 though, is it, Quake?
No, it's not. There is capture the flag, but then capture the flag is like at most 4v4.
Yeah, like, I mean, I thought sort of 4v4 was the go-to in Quake.
No. The go-to is 1v1.
Right.
The go-to is 1v1.
Because what was the game I was playing with you that wasn't Quake, but was sort of Quake, and we were playing the multiplayer mode together?
There was Reflex.
Reflex, yeah. And
Reflex has all of the modes. Like, don't get me wrong, there still is multiplayer. Like, I think 2v2 capture the flag is very big. You see what I mean? Like 2v2.
Because I think we were playing 4v4 deathmatch.
Yeah, we could have been. But that would have been like a much more casual mode. But
Yeah.
Like, it's like 12v12 isn't really a mode here. Right? It's
well,
popular in TF2 and Counter-Strike.
yeah. I really like 4v4 deathmatch. In Halo, in Reflex. I just enjoy and Doom as well. I really hope Doom Eternal has a good multiplayer. I hope Doom Eternal has the sexiest multiplayer of the year. Because that would be great. Would Valve rather see TF2 die? I don't know if they want to see TF2 die. I think Valve are, in one part, I think Valve are like, well, I mean, if it works, it works. We don't need to get involved. They've always been laissez-faire about it. They're like... They're like the Weimar Republic of video game developers, which is the worst comparison you're going to hear on the internet today, but they very much sort of put their hands in the air and go like, oh, just let it happen. There's no point in meddling. Just let it happen, it's fine. We don't need to mess it up. The market will sort itself. But on one hand, I think they don't feel like they need to intervene, and on the other hand, I think everyone who used to develop this game and used to have a real feeling for the heartbeat of it and what TF2 meant have moved on, and the people who are left who have any interest in TF2 don't know what the game needs, don't know what the players want, and don't know how they can interact with it to make it better, even after listening to the community. Like, imagine listening to the whole TF2 community screaming at you on Reddit.
The TF2 community is very fragmented in two different parts. You've got, and they seem to be autistic to the other part. If that makes any sense. They don't really care or empathize with the part of the community that they are not in. So you've got the casual community,
yeah,
like just the fun that TF2 had, and you've got the competitive community that like the raw gameplay, and they don't seem to know where the balance lies between them or understand why some people like different things.
It must be very difficult to balance both of them in a way that's fun.
Incredibly different.
I understand why Valve are hands off with it. It's just a shame.
And also every attempt that people have made to try and bridge that gap has been met with animosity from both sides. The Sixes community hate Highland and they hate Seven.
Which is mental, because you would have thought, like, with how small the comp community is,
yeah,
like any attempt to expand it or make it more fun would be great.
A lot of people will view Highlander and Seven as being a game mode where you're like, they're trying to take away all the competitive players and move them to this mode that's not what we want to be playing.
This isn't competitive.
But exactly the same comes from the public scene, where people are like, oh, they want to make this game that's fun and a jokey game into a serious thing that I don't want to be playing, and they're taking all the players away and making them all competitive and serious. You know what I mean? Like, so anything that bridges that gap to make the gameplay more similar is met with animosity.
See Valve's competitive mode.
Not across the... Well, Valve's competitive tried...
It tried to make sixes, and it did it really badly.
Yeah, well, the thing about RGL 7s is met with a lot of animosity because it's not sixes, but it tries to reduce the numbers to make it competitive, make it more like sixes, but also make the game modes viable for the most popular modes, i.e. payload.
The sort of core of the casual experience.
Yeah, to make it actually flow like TF2, not flow like Sixes.
Yeah, Sixes feels like a different game, which is not a bad thing, and it's not a good thing.
No, but it's different.
From what I played of Sixes, it's been very fun.
Sixes is very fun to watch, it's very fun to play, but not for everyone.
It's also like, there's a fair argument to be made. I love Highlander, I played Highlander a lot. Not as much as some, but a decent amount. And I had a hell of a lot of fun. But it's also an organizational nightmare.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing that Sevens tries to bridge the gap. Sevens basically makes Highlander that plays with 7 people. That's all. It's like you're playing Highlander with missing two classes on both sides. That's how 7. But people don't like 7. It's not 6s. People don't like 7. Not Highlander.
Yeah, it's like a compromise that neither side's really keen on.
Yeah. And I actually think the 7s is great, but the problem is, I don't know if you remember like how steamrolly high-level Highlander can get.
Oh yeah, yeah. If your team was just balanced better than theirs, you just destroy everything.
But let's say, do you remember like examples? Sometimes you would get like a 3-minute time if your team was like really organized, like a really quick time. Do you remember like, so it's like if your team's just got super aggressive. Your team will push really quick. That is much worse in 7s because if a player dies, a higher percentage of your teams die. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. There we go. TF2 is a difficult one. I think Valve don't want to touch it because they're scared of the the pushback. They're scared of the two sides of the community that are constantly at odds with each other in terms of balance and mechanics and gameplay. I don't think they necessarily have to be at odds with each other, but if you change something, someone's going to be upset, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was something that they like.
And even if they only even if they only balance for the casual scene, I think they're still scared of messing that up. Because, like, it's such a fragile beast in its old age.
Yeah.
It's an old game. It's spaghetti codes. It's...
On top of that, these are generalizations. Well, right?
Yeah, we don't really know the ins and outs of Valve.
And we don't, and on top of that, like, certain communities, like pub communities, all unanimously hate the competitive community, and the competitive community doesn't unanimously hate the pub community.
Yeah,
There's
it doesn't
a lot
work
of
like
crosstalk between them. And there's a lot of very reasonable people, otherwise the game's forever, but it's very sad because there is still that animosity, like, even if it's a small percentage of the community.
Yeah, it's tough. I honestly think the best thing Valve could do for the game at the moment is... Well, first of all, give it a development team who actually want to work on it full time as a game.
Yeah.
So long as it's, you know, if these... I don't know if they see it as financially viable anymore. I assume it is. It still pulls numbers of players. It's still got an active economy. It's still got people buying it. Like, buying into the Manco store, buying keys, buying crates, buying off the community market. It must make them buck, right? Surely. Now, they're not transparent with those figures, so we can't know for certain. But I have to assume it makes money, still. Decent money for no input from Valve themselves. And that's... I think that's a bad deal for us, the community. I wonder if Valve should hand it over to a third party comprised of developers who want to work on it. They did a similar thing with... CSGO and Hidden Path Entertainment.
That's not entirely true. What happened was CSGO brought out, this is a thing that I think someone popularized. That actually didn't happen. What happened was CSGO was initially developed by a Hidden Path, right? And it was a complete failure.
Right.
Right? And then Valve took over development and Valve made it what it is today.
Right.
But it would be nice to see some outsourcing. I'd agree with you.
Maybe. I mean, it's just... It'd be difficult for whoever is outsourced to as well, because they need to get familiar with the game's code. I'm sure that's a nightmare for Valve's internal development too. Like, the people who made this game, half of them aren't there and half of them don't work on it anymore.
Yeah.
Robin Walker, like, he was the TF2 dev lead, I think, for the longest time, like the project lead, and I don't even know what Robin Walker's up to these days. I think he's working on HLA.
Yeah, he was credited on Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, I think he was in the interview that oh god, what's his name? Guy who runs the Video Game Awards. Solid guy. I'm in danger. What is his name? He makes the documentaries for every Half-Life game, and has made one for HLA. I cannot remember the guy's name right now. My brain's not there. No, Robert Walker was one of the 3 people interviewed back at the Half-Life Alyx announce a few months ago. I think he's been at Valve the whole time, but TF2's not his project anymore. But I think he was the lead on TF2 for the longest time. And I don't blame him. I don't think he wants to do that anymore. I think he's had his fill. But Robin and his team, I think, made this game. They didn't necessarily maintain it, do all the updates, especially not the updates as of late. I think it's a mostly different team who's made the last few major updates. And they're trying to respond to community feedback. Bless them. The last few updates with the rebalances have been... They've been trying. They've been goddamn trying.
It's never going to be enough because it takes so long.
Yeah.
And the community expects so much because there's so much that could be done with TF2. And it's yeah.
The community expects something. I don't know if the community expect too much because it's been 2.5 years since the last major update, right?
Yeah, but each update that's been having it, like, there's been announced or whatever, there's been hopes and stuff.
Like, will they do this finally? Will they do this? And after the update drops, it's like, will they fix this? Will they change that? Like,
Yeah, and
after a patch, there's always the hope of the after patch.
Yeah.
But other games like CSGO, like Dota 2, that have similar size fan bases, I say similar size, Dota 2 is colossal, and CSGO is probably like twice or thrice the size of TF2, if not more. But it's, you know, other Valve games that have devoted fan bases that are still going. Like, TF2's fan base is smaller than it used to be, but it's still very vocal.
They've got someone called Nuke Hunter in the team that's a lame cheat.
Epic. Also, server's dead again, sad face.
Yeah.
This is why Valve aren't maintaining TF2. Servers are dead. What was the
There's a few
peak
things that I think are
recently?
really basic that could be done with TF2 though. I
Remove
think
random
one would be-
crits.
Yeah, removing random crits I don't even think is actually not that basic. I think there's a
It's
even as a competitive player that is aware of it, I think that there's still elements of random crits people like, and I think that isn't going to be the first step, even though I think crits should be removed.
yeah. I'd even be
that's
game for them removing random crits from everything that
Well-
isn't melee. And
Well,
but people would hate
simpler
that.
than that.
People would hate that.
Si- simpler than that, right? Everyone having access to every weapon from the start.
Yeah, that'd be epic.
They'd have to redo it, and they'd have to come up with some ideas or whatever to maintain, so that things maintain value, whatever. I don't care how they do it, right? But they would, like, just having every weapon available to everyone,
Yeah.
I think would be a huge thing.
Well, there's already third-party community services that do that, and it costs players pennies to do.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah, like, why
But
could
why would you have to? Why should you need to pay pennies to get every weapon in the game? I'm sure the drop system's probably still novel to some people, but
Yeah,
what is it contributing in terms of value to the game these days?
yeah, like, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Apart from like random hat drops are still fun. You can keep the drop system for crates and like rare drops that are occasional, not guaranteed.
Yeah, cosmetic drops.
But weapons don't really, there's no point anymore. If you don't have all the weapons in the game, well, one, you can go and buy them, sure. You shouldn't have to though.
Well, if you're familiar with how CSGO's system works,
Yeah, you've got every weapon in the game.
you've got every weapon in the game to start.
Why
Obviously,
wouldn't you?
locked through a game mechanic of the mind.
Yeah, but you can have every weapon in the game. The M4A1S isn't locked behind the paywall.
Yeah. Whereas if it was a TF2 weapon, that would be locked behind a paywall.
Yeah, you only start with about 10% of the weapons in the game. And sure, they're all side grades, but they are still gameplay changers. Like, Soldier doesn't start with gunboats. Gunboats changes Soldier, fundamentally.
Yeah. And I also think that there's perhaps like a rework of weapons required to make them condense them into like much more simple weapons. Like, for example, the original should be a separate weapon for the rocket launcher to be a reskin. But it's a different weapon mechanic.
Yeah,
The rockets, that should be an option. that
it
you
changes
can
your rocket
select
origin
all
point.
rockets if you want,
yeah.
right? Or maybe all rockets should come from the center. People wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like
People
that.
get used to rocket. Yeah, but I think maybe for the sake of the game, it'd be better. I wouldn't like it. I like the rockets going out from the side.
Yeah, I think
But for the sake of
rocket
the game,
placement
rockets
adds
going out
a bit... It adds a choice into the game, which I like.
But again, though, right? Like,
But-
that choice for new players.
I mean, the choice for new players is, do you want to play with all of the rocket launchers, or do you want to play with the original that fires in the center? It's the only rocket launcher that fires from the middle, as a Quake
Yeah.
tribute. Oh, I just got destroyed.
But why should the default rocket launcher have an option to fire from the middle, but none of the others do? No, from a gameplay perspective, it doesn't make sense. Like, if I get used to the way that the original works, and then I want to run Black Box because that's the meta, it doesn't make much sense for there to be an original and not be an original for the black box for that, right? Just say.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I think I agree with you on a mechanical basis, but at the same time, the original was always intended to be a gimmick. It was just a tribute to Quake.
Yeah, it was intended to be a gimmick, but it's not. From a gameplay perspective, not. But the thing is, like, I think on a lot of levels, like, shit like that needs condensed, right? So, for example, the market gardener, say,
Yeah.
that could be a mechanic for the specific to the soldier, right? You know what I mean?
I mean, is the
Like,
market
like,
gardener...
think of it in terms of like a hero design and Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
You need to make these things a lot more basic. Like, why are there, like, let's just, for example, I'm going to look at this soldier, look at the different.
Yeah, why is that
So,
soldier always critting me with the shovel when he's jumping?
Yeah, so I've got a melee weapon that does that. I've got normal melee weapon. Then I can have a melee weapon that just crits on jump. A melee weapon that lets me run faster.
Purposeful.
A melee weapon
Awesome.
that lets me whip people kill faster. A
Yeah.
melee weapon that lets me cap faster. A melee weapon that damage. And a melee weapon that's a sword that gives me healing. Yeah, like that soldier which has not got great melee weapon like options. And he has like all of those different options.
I don't think there's anything wrong with all those options though, because most of them have a reason to exist.
Yeah, I agree, but surely you could streamline those options, similar to how the Equalizer was streamlined backwards.
Yeah, it was split apart.
Like,
into...
honestly, if the Equalizer didn't exist, the game wouldn't be in a worse place for it. It would be a bit sad. The economy would be fucked, and that's why the economy being tied into game mechanic is stupid. Because they can't just say, oh, wait a minute, we actually think that weapon was a stupid idea. We're going to remove it. They can't do that, ever.
Yeah.
Everything that's in the game, in terms of weapons, in terms of cosmetics,
Sort of, yeah, it's been like bought into almost.
yeah, they can't remove that. It's suicide.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any weapons. I mean, they sort of did, but they didn't in the massive rebalance patch they did ages ago, where they removed the Sandman's stun. They changed the core mechanic of a weapon that had been in the game since very, very early, and people were very, very used to.
Yeah.
That's the closest they've got to removing a weapon in the game, I feel. Because what they left the Sandman with was just a sort of tribute to what it used to be. Like, the Sandman's not really useful anymore for any reason. At least I feel it's not. There might be some niche use cases.
Sandman has no use, but that shouldn't be the case in a game like this.
Sandman hasn't stunned for about 3 years.
They shouldn't have to nerf the game into non-existence.
Yeah, but I don't see there to be, like, for example, if one of Soldier's melees was removed tomorrow, I'd be like, well, that's shit. That sucks. I enjoy all the options I have with Soldier's melees. I enjoy having the option to choose between one of these side grades for Soldier as well. Like, I
agree with that.
If you merged like the disciplinary action and the market gardener into one weapon, I'd not enjoy that. Or if you removed, if you like took the if you took the disciplinary action and split it into one that increases your attack range and one that gives you the movement boost on hit, I think that would be shit.
I agree. I can't think of a good result, which is why I can't criticize Valve.
Yeah. I get the idea of having like simpler, purer mechanics and less clutter.
You understand what I mean? Like, it's so clunky the way that weapons work.
I guess so. I'm so used to it that I can't really look at it objectively anymore. I feel like. Also, welcome back to TF2. Dude.
Imagine you're learning Dota, and then imagine each character had just 2 weapons to pick.
They kind of do.
They kind of don't, also. That's part of why Dota's difficult, actually, is that they do have that sort of talent.
Yeah. And every time there's a fucking patch and they change skills around, and the new patch where they changed the level cap and they increased the talent tree, you have, oh god, I didn't even, like, last year I was kind of quite into Dota. I sat through a lot of Purge Gamers videos and learned a lot about the game, and I watched the International, and I watched a couple of majors, and I watched Purge's patch note videos, and I played a little bit of the game, but because of how shit I was at the game, I didn't play a lot of it, because I just did not really... I could put on Purge while I was doing other things, and I didn't have to make any effort to, you know, learn it or be good at it. I could just listen to him like a podcast, and I enjoyed that, because Purge is a really good content creator. So I'd just shove them on when I'm doing the dishes, I'd shove it on when I'm doing laundry, shove it on when I'm doing, I don't know, emails or something.
Background noise. He was good.
Background noise. He's excellent background noise. I love him for that. But Jesus Christ, when they completely changed the game in one of the massive patches after TI, after OG won for the second time in a row, they just... Ice Frog has decided to completely rework some major mechanics, and now there's 15 new items that drop after 30 minutes, and they vary from like minor boosts in the early game to like insane god tier items that only drop after 60 minutes. Also, we've increased your backpack size, so your item build strategy is completely different, and 6 slotting's no longer end game, and we've got more than the backpack, and now there's like things that you can randomly drop from creeps in the jungle that are like, if you get this, you can run this build, but only if this drops, and it's like a 1 in 30 chance of dropping this, and it's like, Jesus Christ, man. This is...
But Dota's always prided itself on its complexity, and it actually thrives on it, and I think Dota's a bad example of a game that's complex despite it.
Yeah.
Because I think TF2 is dying complexity, I don't think it's thriving.
I guess.
I don't mean to be rude to TF2 or whatever, but like for example CSGO struggles with it having a trade between the M4A1S and the M4A4. People don't know what the difference is.
Yeah. I guess like if you're playing TF2 for the first time, what's your experience? I mean, at this point in the game's lifespan, the sad truth is you're gonna be the odd one out because everyone else knows exactly what the hell they're doing and you don't, and that's gonna suck. Every single public game you join of TF2 these days, you're going to have a pub lord in there. You're going to have a player like me. You're going to have a player like Scrambled. Someone who's played the game way more and who is really, like, competent at the core mechanics. You know, you'll probably not have a good time if you're against that.
Actual proper matchmaking.
Yeah.
Like Overwatch, for its casual games, has hit an elo.
Yeah.
For example.
If Overwatch wasn't so uninteresting for me to play, with its MOBA style mechanics and lack of mechanical sort of... It feels like there's no mechanical feedback loop that feels particularly rewarding to me like it does in other FPS games like Halo and Quake and TF2. I think I'd enjoy Overwatch a lot more, but I just don't feel mechanically satisfied playing it. I don't like timers and buttons. I really don't. I don't like MOBA skills. I don't like shield barriers. I don't like random, like, I've got health and shields and armor. That's TMI, dude. I don't need all that. I don't care that, oh, well, shields are more resistant to light damage, but less resistant to heavy damage, and armor's more resistant to heavy damage, but less resistant to light damage. What does this mean? What does this mean for me? Does that mean I'm gonna...
I think TF2 like really nails that design philosophy, as do most arena shooters, in that you want things to be treated like a fast-paced fight. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah. Every fight's a skirmish and is over normally pretty damn quick.
Yeah, and having all these sort of details and not focusing on mechanical skill and focusing on strategy that people will be like, oh wow, it's so in-depth. It's not actually really that in-depth. It's like, oh well, I guess I do less damage to this person because they've got shields. It's like, well, right, okay. People who are good will work that out, and then they'll work out how much damage they're doing, and then it becomes boring again. It doesn't actually get interesting, it's boring. They win because of technicality.
Yeah, you win because of specific team compositions that are
the
just
numbers lined up in
statistically
a certain
better.
way. That's not interesting.
Yeah, not
my
even numbers. It's like, well, our team had tank meta, our team had a higher health pool, and our team had more barriers. And that's boring to me.
Yeah.
Like, in TF2...
And also the whole rock, paper, scissors thing that Overwatch does. You do have minor elements of rock, paper, scissors in TF2, but not major.
Yeah, it's got class counterplay, but that's not as simple as RPS. Like, Soldier can counter Engineer, and Engineer... I wouldn't say Engineer can counter Soldier, but Engineer can fend off Soldier.
Yeah, well, I think looking at specific examples is great for pointing this out. It's just a case of anything can kill anything. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
theoretically.
Anything can kill anything in the right situation.
Yeah, and
If
like, the
someone's
team with the
higher
highest
skill,
health pool
the higher
won't win.
skilled person will win.
Like, the
It's
team
about
with the highest
skill,
health
not
pool
the way
will
you
not
play.
win in TF2. If you go all heavies and the enemy team counters you by going a mixture of classes that can work together to own you, you won't win.
But that's the thing, right? You say you're still framing it in terms of if you go this, if you go that. That's not what will win you a game.
No, but that's what
Going
will win
all
you a game in
heavies.
Overwatch.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like, if you're going all something or all this, or like, oh, we need to have our team composition. Focusing on team composition gets you nowhere really in TF2, and like not in a sort of pub level anyway. Obviously, in terms of sixes and things like that, yeah. But that's because of generalization, etc. Like the classes are all so general in terms of public setting that you can do anything. In terms of individual encounters, you can do anything. And
Yeah.
that's what I think is a big part of the appeal.
Very sorry,
is that
Mr. Damon.
If you had higher skill, you could win a fight. If I'm playing against a heavy medic combo as NG,
Yeah, you can
there's
win
a
that.
chance I win that.
And yeah, the
should
class
never win
balance is stacked against you if it's, you know... But
Yeah.
it depends on the circumstance. If you've got a sentry gun and you're one engineer, you can win that. Just you and your sentry gun. If you're an engineer with a shotgun and you have better aim and better strafing...
And you manage to set up the okay, we've got a lot of here. If you manage to set up a situation in such a way, which you can do, you can set up situations. That,
run
you know,
for it.
you disconnected before that's pretty cool.
Bad.
If you set up a situation in such a way that you can actually juke around, so you can win that, and obviously that person can then outskill you. But it's like it's a very interactive thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very interactive.
They're not
I think
fixed
a
set
heavy is
pieces.
even one of the worst examples for interactivity. I think that a lot of people really dislike playing against heavy and engineer because they're not interactive.
So sorry.
Whereas
Yeah.
like soldier, scout are very interactive.
Yeah.
If you I got out of balance.
Overwatch is horribly balanced. See, I've not played Overwatch in so long, so I can't really comment on it with any authority. I haven't played Overwatch in 2 years. Like, the last character who was added before I stopped playing Overwatch, God, who was it? Probably Edgy Mercy. Whatever her name is. The one who's like anti-Moira.
Moira.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that's what, like Jess was telling me about. She met the voice actor from Sigma from Overwatch. I'm like, who?
The guy
Oh,
with
it's
the bare
guy that
feet.
plays with gravity and the bare feet, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
I only know who that is because when he was announced, people were like, haha, he's got no shoes!
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Great. When was Moira added to Overwatch? I'm trying to find out on the wiki, and the wiki doesn't seem to have...
See, when I was playing Overwatch in any sort of capacity, Mercy was essential because she was overpowered.
Moira was added
to run
to the
Mercy.
game.
Or you were like trolling.
Moira was added to the game on, God. Where is it? I'm getting bloody articles from newspapers. Crazy. She was announced on the 3rd of November 2017, so I haven't played Overwatch in over 2 years.
Moira was one of the better dealers that came out. I played it a little bit more recently than that.
I
Part
pulled.
of
Oh
it
god.
was that Moira could just out-heal anything.
When I last played, I remember that Ana meta was a thing, and I played a hell of a lot of
yeah.
Ana.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed Ana as a class because it was like crossbow medic with a better gun, so I could like DPS and heal like medic in TF2 a little bit. I really enjoyed how Ana played, and then she got nerfed to shit because she was
I think
meta.
Anna's... Maybe I'm wrong. But on top of that, Blizzard works like in terms of balance, where it's like everything has...
Everything must be
To be
nerfed.
overpowered.
Torb can't even upgrade his turrets or give armor anymore. How the hell does Torb work? I remember I used to put level 1 Torb turrets around like I do engineer in TF2 and just like shoot people with his stupid molten lava gun. And that was a lot of fun.
Right? The thing is, even doing that is not really against what Torb does. That's
Yeah.
what Torb does. Torb just puts a turret and then he just goes
And then he
around
shoots
shooting
people with his molten lava like
Yeah.
dwarf rifle pistol thing.
Whereas, as
for God's
NG,
sake.
being an idiot is fun because you break traditions.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, and the fact
Speaking of
that that's another thing that Blizzard does is that they set up the game in such a way that you have to play it. But yeah.
I love TF2. My god, I can't even click a menu in this game anymore.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
I was about to call it.
Blizzard is like as Blojo97 said in chat earlier, Overwatch is horribly balanced. I think the reason for that is just because of the way that Blizzard seems to balance, which is to say they balance reactively and they balance by nerfing. Also, who's clearing chat?
They
Cathook
know
underscore
what the
user.
They know what the meta is going to be when they make heroes. It is very controlled.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
It's not an organic.
it's their
meta.
entire sandbox.
Like, there are occasions where it doesn't like happen and the new things are discovered, right? A really good example for this is honestly Hearthstone, because they work the same across all the games. They create a meta. So when Hearthstone releases a new card set, right? So they release new packs every 3 times a year, and people spend a lot of money. They design card sets to create decks, right? So there'll be different decks of different archetypes people will play, right? But those decks have already been mostly decided by Blizzard. They make the cards knowing what decks are going to be played. Like they're controlling the deck. If there's a deck that Blizzard haven't already decided is going to be an archetype, that's a surprise. So they'll just decide, all right, this next year we're going to make sure that Paladin class is going to play with dragons a lot. At the moment, the meta is set to everything plays with dragons a lot. They've decided, yeah, we're going to make sure that everyone's playing with dragons. The reason for that is the expansion's dragon thing. So now every deck is a dragon variant. That's just the way it is, and you couldn't actually. That wouldn't be the case in a game like TF2. Valve wouldn't decide. Oh, actually, we're going to make sure that everyone's doing this in the game. They don't decide how you play the game. You decide how you're going to play the game as the most effective, right? Does that make sense? Whereas,
Yeah.
it's all so controlled by.
It's like supermarket brand balance.
Yeah, they control what you're gonna do. So in Overwatch, they release a new hero. They release Brigitte, for example. Brigitte comes out and she's overpowered as all hell. They know that. They know it's overpowered. Right?
Brigitte meta.
And then all of a sudden the meta is based around Brigitte. And that's pretty great because Brigitte's a new hero. And they want attention on Brigitte, so everyone's running Brigitte.
Yeah.
And then they balance it and they make it so that she's more normal again. And nowadays Brigitte is pretty run of the mill. And I don't think that's just a case of like taking a while for something to fit in the game and be balanced. I think that's because Blizzard want people to be running. and everything happens reacting to that. And they'll say, oh, this hero is a little bit nerfed niche.
This hero's a little bit nerfed. Watch this.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah. They'll decide that a hero's a little bit weird or a little bit niche or doesn't actually see a lot of limelight, and then they'll just rotate.
He's gonna think that was my pistol. No, he's not. Sentry's gonna kill him.
And so they rotate it so that the next hero gets a chance to be, you know,
Powerful.
so everyone gets the limelight, and that's how they keep the game sort of fresh.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy. It doesn't work for me, but
I don't like it because part of what I love about multiplayer games is how you're given a tool set that then players will work out how best to use.
yeah. Oh wow.
Whereas with like Blizzard games, you often get given, you're told how to use the tools.
Spirit cheating, or is he just a god?
Oh,
Keep an eye
Spirit's
on that
brilliant.
one.
There's the Spirit, he's on my fence, he's one of the best snipers.
Okay, boomer. What the fuck? Scrambled. Owned. With pocket GF.
I'll be friendly.
It's happening to LoL as well, apparently. Some champions are just not viable, it sucks. I hate LoL's model as well. Everything must be bought in LoL. I hate that. I do not like that at all. I also, I don't know. I don't know much about LoL, but from what I do know, I prefer Dota. If that makes any sense at all.
I understand the appeal of LoL. It's just a very easy to understand, not very mechanically intense game. There's still a lot of skill in it because of strategy, and within the tools that you're given, you have to try to beat someone else as another human player, right? And there's not really any randomness, so obviously there's a lot of skill. But you're not, the potential to absolutely just to wreck someone in LoL is less than in Dota. It's very friendly. You really have to be pushing, like, very minute. Does that make sense? Like, you have to really be pushing like very minute advantages to be able to be making any headway at all. And you still can do it. It just, but in Dota, you can just pull ahead completely.
Yeah, League seems like a game where nothing happens for a long time and then one person dies and it's GG. Sometimes, like in the pro scene. Just, I don't know. It's not as entertaining to
I would have said
watch.
that Dota's more like that. But Dota has counterplay. Whereas League, just when you die, and it's not, there's nothing really lost.
But like, is there ever any trading in like the laning phase in League?
Yeah. But
Like, at the
it's
highest
not
level?
really- yeah, it doesn't matter. Like,
Whereas in Dota, like, early game trading and laning is... It can make or break the game.
yeah, well, if you lose all your lanes in League, like, it's going to be difficult, but it's... I don't know, it's such a baby game that it doesn't like...
This game is for babies.
But it's much more simple. Like, they are, like Lojo says, like, on opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, well, honestly, Heroes of the Storm was much worse, because Heroes of the Storm, like, the comparison I would give is, like, Dota 2 is like a racing sim. League of Legends is like Mario Kart, and then Heroes of the Storm is like, I don't know, It's like Garfield card. Here's the Storm with Garfield card. Garfield card with like a really bad
Heroes of the
AI.
Storm is the Garfield cart of MOBAs.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I would say that I would say that Heroes of the Storm is actually much more like Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's very much like a more fun sort of like.
Yeah.
There's more
Whereas-
different things to do. You can push the
Yeah.
objective. The objective showed that. Let's do that. Let's fight the mini boss.
Yeah. Whereas I would say that Dota's like Microsoft Flight Simulator X, and League is like Need for Speed. In terms of like,
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
League is the crew, man. Speaking of racing games, when are we going to play Forza Horizon 4 and its Battle Royale driving mode?
we actually have one.
Yes, there's a Forza Horizon 4 Battle Royale mode, and apparently it's very fun, despite being a huge gimmick. If you run into someone else, you have to race them on a set course. The first person across the finish line wins and gets either the other person's car or just like a car upgrade. It sounds really derpy, but
That sounds like it could be fun.
yeah,
I
it sounds like it'd be a fun
racing
sort of gimmick game mode.
I spent a stupid amount of time with Burnout. Burnout is on par again with League. Like, I would say that Dota's like a racing sim. League is like an arcade racer, and Here's the Storm is like a car
Is that a
racer.
chat clearing bot again? Who's clearing chat this time? I wish TF2 didn't have all this. Warlock with a Warlock. Who's on the enemy team? So we just have to wait and see. Oh,
I might
2
go to bed
crit.
because it's like, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
This is going to be my last round because I'm over the stream estimated time. Actually, no, I'm almost at the 3-hour mark. So once this round's over, I'm done. That's end of stream.
I don't want to sound like I'm ragging on Mario Kart or any arcade racers either.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that these games are like these games. I'm just talking about in terms of complexity.
Yeah, I enjoy Mario Kart way more than racing games.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like a simple or a family-friendly game isn't necessarily a bad game, but I would say in terms of MOBAs, they try to advertise themselves as like strategic, very advanced brain games.
Big brain.
So maybe it comes across as the Heroes of the Storm, the bad game because it's simple and easy to happen.
Biggest brain,
Which I think
baby.
it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever happened to Heroes of New Earth? That was like the first sort of. I think that I don't really know much about MOBA like history, but from my limited understanding is that Heroes of New Earth was the first standalone MOBA after the Dota mod got popular. The Heroes of New Earth was made as a separate game.
Right.
And that's where NoTail from OG made his start. He's been playing it like MOBAs since original Dota, and then he was a Heroes of New Earth pro. LOL is shit game. It's like when you think you have a nice fish and chips, but a seagull flies down and eats it. Yeah, honestly.
But I think every game like that like a large from I've met very friendly.
I've only played a few games of Dota. I've met some shitheads. And I've met a couple of really nice guys.
Every game that's got competitors.
Yeah, play a game of
Actually,
TF2. You'll meet a bunch of nice people and a bunch of shitheads.
Yeah. It's
And
the
this
same.
game is like 20 years old. I've been playing this game for a decade, man. I don't like that. I mean, I've been playing Halo for the same time, but not... I've been playing TF2 consistently for about a decade. I've been
Yeah, not actively.
Yeah, because Halo's not been on PC. But now that you get Halo on the personal computer device, well, I say that, like, I've beaten the campaign on Legendary Solo, I've beaten the campaign on Legendary Co-op in under 3 hours, I've played a fair bit of the multiplayer. I don't feel anywhere near done with it, but like, I haven't been playing it a lot since I did all the sort of major milestones in the game. I don't know. Maybe it's because I overdid it when I played Reach originally, but I have not really gotten into it as big as I thought it would. I'm going to play more of it at some point soon, because it's still Halo and I still love it to pieces, even if it's not quite as I remember it.
Yeah.
That's another thing, it's not as I remember it, and I think nostalgia is one hell of a drug in that case. Because one of the big things about Reach when it was on the Xbox when I played it was exactly how it felt, exactly how it played.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I prefer Halo on a controller than I enjoy the experience more. I think it's a better game played on a controller. Even though the game, like,
Outstanding
more
shot.
control, all that sort of shit on.
Yeah, it doesn't feel quite right on keyboard and mouse. It feels good, considering what it could be, I think, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, like Halo is a game designed for controller, and there's something really comfy about sitting playing a very, very well-made controller FPS on a controller.
I used to be really good at playing it on a controller as well, and now I'm back here and it's like... What happened? Where have I gone so wrong? I'm not shit at Halo, but like, I remember myself at like age 12, 14, whatever it was, being a golden god at Reach. Like, I would always top score, I would always, you know, I'd play a game of SWAT and if I got anything less than 20 kills, that'd be a disappointing game. Like, that was like, I'm the best. I just almost killed myself. And now I play Reach and I'm like, you know, I'm still playing well, I'm just not... I've not got perfection yet. I used to aim for perfections if I could. Perfections and exterminations in games of SWAT. And now I'm just like, kind of here, playing the game. You know, I'm having fun, but it feels different. I'm not as good as I thought I was. And also, things keep killing me that, like, never used to kill me on Reach on Xbox. Like, people will whip round and pop you from weird angles and ways. And like, the DMR feels more powerful than it used to, because it used to be a god with the DMR, and now everyone's a god with the DMR? Literally everyone ever? Like, I woke up this morning and I was a god with the DMR. Help. It's not special anymore. I'm not special anymore. I'm trying to be special, Dad. It's... I don't know. I'll play it on stream at some point soon. I will put some hours into Halo Reach. Right now I'm literally just sort of like running on empty in this game of BF2. Like, this is pretty much the end of the stream. As soon as this hub's over, one way or another, I'm gonna head off, eat something, and go to bed.
I may be left. I don't think.
What?
I might have left the oven on. I don't think I did that.
What am I gonna have for tea? Cats or chicken? This is bad.
Grapes are a hell of a drug.
BXR? I'm not quite sure what BXR is.
Botox.
BX Racer. Ha ha ha. Demo night. Ha, you're right. Why do I have this? And I could have this.
That's the spirit.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
60 seconds. I don't like our odds here. This team is this team is not pushing so good, huh? Look up BXR on YouTube. I'll make a note to do that after stream.
If I put BXR into Google, the first thing that comes up is Halo.
Help. Died instantly.
It's a button combo in inconsequential melee fire. I don't know why it stands for EXR. Button combo in
Inconsequential
Halo 2
melee.
and Halo 3. The button allows people to aim melee and instantaneously fire their weapon.
Oh.
It's performed by pressing B, X, and R.
What? Wow, look at that. Yeah. Well, folks,
Oh,
that's going to be the end of the stream.
So basically, it's a way of instantly killing.
Really? Like with a melee.
Yeah, BXR. It's literally a B. Takes down shields first before shooting and aimed right. So yeah, you basically melee and instantly shoot after melee. So
Right.
it instant kills because you take down shields and you headshot at the same. So
Basically
you know
at
how
the same
you
time.
melee and then you'd have to wait for the melee to end for you to shoot.
Yeah.
In Halo 2 and Halo 3, there's BXR, which allows you to melee and shoot instantly.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
One
I
hell of
never
a
knew that
drug.
was a thing.
Yeah, thanks for coming out to the
Sounds
stream,
pretty
guys. I was literally just popping on before bed, so this was a bit less structured, a bit less fun. We don't have the gang together, but I'll be back in a few days or so. I might play some Halo over the weekend, maybe. Yeah. I think I'm enjoying TF2, but I've played so much of it that I want to mix things up on stream. I hope that people are cool with that. I know that TF2's sort of main game I play on the channel, but
I only watch TF2.
I only watch TF2 streams only, ever. No other games. Halo's boring. Everyone else plays Halo.
And if you don't play TF2, I'm not gonna just not watch your stream because I'm gonna actually just send you hate mail, which will be quite annoying because I'm your flatmate because I'll be receiving hate mail as well.
I got another letter through the door. The door.
That's
It
from
says
you.
die.
Yeah.
It says streamer die. I don't like Halo
It's addressed to
Reach.
twitch.tv/pk5.
Welcome to the end of the stream. Thanks for coming, guys. This is the part of the stream where we talk shit mercilessly. Nah, just kidding. Go to bed. Bye.